Alrighty. So we had a bit of a busy morning this morning, simply due to the fact that I had to go get some equipment replaced because you all know my mouse had some issues. And so yeah, we dealt with that and some other things this morning. So yeah, a little bit of a later start today, unfortunately, but I don't think it's that big of a deal because well, the important stuff. The big updates in the gacha space. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we've gotten basically all of them. And so the very first thing that we're going to get started off with, right, is a bit of an update on Silver Palace and the situation going on over here. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that we've gotten full information on what the gacha is looking like for the CBT2. And I've got to say this. It's a little bit interesting. It's a little bit interesting, and there's some good... A little bit of good, technically, but there's also a lot of bad. And it's a level of bad that I feel like we might not have actually seen in a very long time in a game before. Because it has, theoretically, some of the lowest rates for the on-banner character that we might have ever seen. So yeah, that's just a little bit of the rundown. That's just a little bit about what's going on in the background regarding this game. I know a lot of people are in the middle of playing it. I think there's like even a survey too and stuff like that. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me just, this is where I might have to call out Styx a little bit because I don't know what the fuck Styx is saying. Yeah, there's a post over here that I was looking at from Styx and, yeah, maybe he's like mistranslating it or something. But bro put like some photos of like the system and made like some of his initial takes on it. Some of the stuff that he said is very suspicious. Let's just say that. But I've got my own photos as well. All right, let me check this out over here. CBT2, we got surveys. Don't know if I'm looking at those. Don't know if I'm going to be looking at those. All right. So I do believe that's part 1. This is going to be part 2. That's going to be part 3. This is going to be the weapons. That's going to be the weapons. And what else? Oh, shit. Okay, all right. 1 second over here. I'm looking to find a one last photo that came out. One last photo that came out of it. Okay. All right. Cool. Great. Okay. And that is all of the motives are the weapon. So let's get that going here. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be everything regarding Silver Palace's gacha. And, yeah, we've got the full rundown of it, but you're going to notice as we go throughout this, right? But you're going to notice as we go throughout this, there's going to be a lot of stuff actually, like, sort of missing. Clarification that is still to be determined, and so that's why we're going to have a follow-up video later. That's what's going on. And just as, like, an example, I'm going to go open up Wuthering Waves right now. I'm going to go open up Wuthering Waves right now, just so we can have, like, an idea of what another gacha system is going to be looking like. And, of course, the rates, the so on, the so forth, all that stuff there. Because let's be honest. Let's be honest. Pretty much every game coming out is going to have its gacha compared to Wuthering Waves, because Wuthering Waves is pretty much known as the best overall one. Aside from, obviously, like, NTE, but, like... we already kind of know what's going on with NTE. So, yeah. It's a bit better than AKE. It's actually worse than AKE in a lot of ways. It's worse than AKE in a lot of ways. The gacha description is really vague. It is. It is. So, there's parts of it that's significantly worse than AKE, and we'll be going over them today. Yeah, we will be going over them today. Worse than AKE, there's bits and pieces of it that are significantly worse than AKE. And that's, you know what, I might have to, like, actually... Okay, wait. There might be a, there might be that Reddit post, that I was looking at before. I might be able to get it pulled up. Here we go. Excellent. Okay, this is good. So, there's one specific part about AKE that makes it significantly better. And that's both the rollover system and the fact that AKE actually has a 50-50. And what you're going to find over here is that Silver Palace, there's nothing mentioned about a 50-50 anywhere in the banner. Except for the weapon one. The weapon one is the only place where a 50-50 is mentioned. And so, if there's no 50-50 mentioned, you must assume that the rate of getting the rate-up character is equal between all of these options. AKA, you actually have a 25-75 to get it until 100. $25.75 is what it looks like here. So, anytime you get an early, it's a $25.75. There's no guarantee. And then the weapons of 50-50 until you get to the pity as well. And there's no soft pity on the character banner. That's been mentioned. So it's like it's like you get the limited character at 100, and that's going to be the average case for most people. You just get them at 100. And this is the thing, right? With the 50-50, right, in Wuwa, you'll get it 50% of the time at like 70. And then 50% of the time, you'll get it at 140. But then it'll average out to like 100 over time. But then your downside is going to be so bad, right? Because you're going to have situations in Silver Palace where you win two 50-50, where you get 2 5-stars in a row, right, early. And then you would have had the character in other games because of the guarantee. But in this game, it's like you literally got nothing. It's like getting multiple 5-stars in a row in this game will basically mean absolutely fucking nothing. Like, it has no impact at all on, like, the 100 pity, no interaction at all with anything. It won't matter at all. And so I think that's where a lot of people are going to get thrown off by it, because in Enfield, literally, when you get an early 6-star, right, you actually have higher than a 50% chance, right, of, like, getting a limited character. So, like, Enfield's earlies are significantly better than even, like, other games. But that's not even enough for it to, like, pull through, because you can lose multiple 50-50s in a row. Guys, in this game, you have, like, in Enfield, it's like a 70, it's like a 60-something, right? It's actually like a 60-something 40, because you could lose to Gilberto or Yvonne, so it's like a 60-something 40, realistically, to get, like, a limited character when you lose early. Or when you get a 6-star premium unit early. That's the AKE situation. But in Silver Palace, it's 25.75, bro. In this game, it's like 60-something. So this game, even with all the people doom posting about it, right? Rightfully so, because you can lose multiple 50-50s in a row. Bro, you can lose multiple 25.75s in a row in this game, and that's going to feel a lot worse. Bro, because it's going to be 25.75s. And that's still not technically confirmed yet, right? We don't know if it's a 25.75, but there's no 50-50 listed out on the character banner. So I assume it's a 25.75 where it's like you have an equal rate up of getting all 4 of these units. If it's not specified that there's a 50-50, right? Right? And guys, this is why I didn't want to be sponsored. Because do you think anyone else is going to get into the discussion like this? Do you think anyone else is going to get into the discussion like this? Because yes, Silver Palace might not have a 50-50 on the character banner. It might be a 25.75. Is that better? 20 less pity than AKE, but it's a 25.75 on the character banner with no guarantee. And no pity. No soft pity at all. There's only 1 at 100, nothing at 80. Guys, does this sound good? I'm just saying, does this, like, actually sound good? Smack's still gonna say it's better than Wuwa? Smack is the most performative, paid-off content creator in the space. And everyone knows it now. That's why he gets no engagement anymore on his content. That's why his Twitch streams are at 100 CCV. Literally, you can look it up. His Twitch streams are averaging 100 CCV. That doesn't happen unless you're, like, so bought out, nobody can take your stream seriously. He making money, right? Who's sponsoring a 100 CCV stream? Just let me know. Like, who is sponsoring a 100 CCV stream? Tell me. Genuinely, just tell me. Like, is that, what is that supposed to do? And guys, people will tell you, oh, man, look at Saint over here. He's just getting mad at people because he doesn't get sponsors. Guys, think about it this way. Imagine needing sponsors to have a career. Imagine that if you don't answer the beck and whim and call of every corporate company that offers you any money, and you just bend over and do whatever they ask you to. Imagine that you don't have a career unless you do that. Jesus Christ. I can't think of anything more emasculating than that. Like, the tough guy, right, that likes to pretend that, like, you know, he's like this giga alpha male going around and basically just being the literal equivalent of, like, somebody's bitch boy over on the marketing team for a gacha game. Like, that is where his, like, that is where his income comes from. How much can he glaze somebody's community lead? Truly, like, that is, like, imagine that's how, like, that is the only route that you have to success, or whatever you want to call success, 100 CCV, whatever that is. Guys, there's a right position to take in these matters, and the right position is the one that actually will lead to growth for your channel. And the right position in these cases, when the company is being very secretive like this, is very simple. Be on the side of the players. Which is a very easy thing to do because every CC is a player of the game. So you just have to do, like, what you want as a player. That's why content creation for a lot of people shouldn't actually be, like, the craziest thing ever when you're, like, developing opinions. Because it's, like, in this situation like this, I feel like it's pretty easy. But there's not going to be a lot of people doing it because, you gotta get the bag. And when that's the case, right, I'll get all of this loot solo. So, with that kind of, like, settled, with that kind of, like, established, I think I've got everything I need from, like, a detail perspective. Let me just make sure Wuthering Waves is ready to go over here so we can get some of those Combine details ready. Yeah, I think we're about... Wait a second. What are these fucking links, bro? Sorry, I'm just closing some goofy stuff. What the... Oh, okay. Yeah, let me move that. Cool. All right. All right, let's get this going. Let's get this going. All righty, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at it again with another Silver Palace video. And this is a very, very, very special time, ladies and gentlemen, because the official beta test, the closed beta test 2 for the game has launched. And we're seeing, I think for the first time ever, an official iteration of their gacha system. And at a baseline, I've taken a really deep look at it. I've done a lot of analysis, and I've already come up with my initial take. There's a lot of bad in this system, and the badness in this system reaches levels that we haven't even seen in AKE. And in the worst case scenarios, right, for a lucky player, it truly is the worst gacha system that has come out yet. But on average, right, in some other situations, you can say that there's a bright side to it, but there's a lot that isn't clarified. There's a lot that still needs to be speculated on. And it just makes kind of like the drama surrounding the devs really wanting people to like not talk about the system and stuff like that. When you see what they did, and when you see the changes they've made from AKE or Wuthering Waves or NTE or Zenless Zone Zero or Hoyoverse, there's a part of this gacha system, guys, that's worse than every other gacha out there. It manages to, in a lot of ways, actually do the worst. So let's go ahead. Let's start talking about it now. I've got all the links ready to go. And yeah, it should be a bit of a fun one. All right. One last thing we need to do before we go into that, I need to pull up some of the rebate shop things. Editor, just cut this part out. We don't need to look at it yet. All right. So one of the things that has actually occurred in the space is that Styx has gone ahead and made a introductory post regarding the gacha system. Unfortunately, I think he's just straight up wrong about a couple of things in here, so we're just going to go ahead, address some of those points where I feel like there might be some misinformation going about, because of course, I think, well, this is just a first take, right? With the second that the beta dropped, I'm not going to trust him to have like a full 100% understanding of it. There's not really a problem with getting some of the initial details wrong. So, yeah, that's just a post that's out there. We've got our own screenshots. So let's go ahead. Let's read some of these rules. So, the Vengeful Ant is a limited time repertoire. That basically just means the Vengeful Ant is the name of the Ashley banner or Cinderella in the CBT1. This is what she looks like over here if you're... Wait, what the fuck? This is what Ashley looks like over here, as you can see, and those are going to be the 4-star characters on the banner. So it kind of really just does look like a typical gacha banner over here. You got the limited character, and then the 3 4-stars that are supposed to be a rate up on that banner. That's just like the introductory look at it. So this is basically going to be their carryover system. And this is where they have an upgrade over NTE if it works the way that we're thinking. So this is something that's good to see in the system. Limited time repertoire events share a featured rate up 5-star character guarantee mechanic, which resets once you obtain a featured 5-star character. And so right off of the bat, these devs over here, they decided to address the AKE situation, where there's no pity carryover in that game. And so essentially what goes on in AKE is that you have 120 attempts for the rate up character. You have a soft pity at 80 to get it, and multiple rebate routes that you can see over here. 30 attempts gives 10 free permits, 60 attempts gives a dossier, blah, 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 and stuff like that, right? So you got a pity at 80. That's a 50-50. Then you got a guarantee for the character at 100. However, or at 120. There's pity carryover for the 80 pity in AKE, but there's no pity carryover for the 120. So if you don't reach the 120, it's all gone. And that's one of the worst parts of this system. FOMO. You literally can't touch the gacha unless you have 120 pulls. There's no point in even like testing out 1 or 2 because they're all going to disappear into the abyss. It's giga predatory. And then when you know how weapon banners work in this game, where you're like not going to have enough unless you pull on a banner, well, you're going to end up going like 20, 30 pulls deep into an expiring pity banner just to get the weapon pulls you need to get your character's weapon, which is super fucking toxic, which is like super fucking bad. Everyone hates that in AKE, and it's like the worst system ever. And that's not in Silver Palace. Interaction is not there. So we're going to start it off by giving some congratulations over here. You have removed the pressure of throwing pulls into the abyss to get weapon pulls because the expiring banners are, well, the pity's expiring on the banners. Well, this is the thing. The weapon pulls in this game don't rely on character pulls like they do in AKE, not for Silver Palace. And second, right? And second, the pity doesn't expire. However, there are some downsides to this system, and you're going to begin to see them immediately because there's something not mentioned over here. Remember how I said AKE has a pity at 80, and then you have a 50-50 to get the character. There's no mention of a pity here. There's no mention of an 80 pity here. Do keep that in mind. Second, you're going to use judgment shots. I don't know what it is, but like judgment shots makes me think of like back shots for some reason. Like I don't like that's just sounds that literally somebody typed it in chat. Like that's just what it seems like. Like that's a terrible name for the conbeat system. I'm just gonna I just need to throw like 50 judgment shots at this banner. Bro, just like how does that sound? Like yeah, you just anyways. Why are you guys typing gay? Like, never mind. All right. So, to carry out revelations, you need judgment shots, and every 10 revelations guarantee at least one 4-star character, and up to 100 to guarantee one featured 5-star character. So, do you guys see what's going on here? AKE has a 120 pity for the character guarantee, 80 pity for the 50-50. This has no 80 pity guarantee and only one for the limited character at 100. And there's also no mention of a 50-50. So, Silver Palace essentially has, you will be always getting a 5-star later in Silver Palace than you would in basically any other game. But it doesn't cost as much as AKE to get to the 100. So on surface, it seems a bit balanced, right? But what's another thing that you saw over here? There's no 50-50 guarantee either. There's no 50-50 and there's no guarantee. So how many times can you lose to a 5-star standard character in a row? Because we all remember, right? One of the big issues, right, is MTash keeps losing 50-50s. That's not gonna get changed. That's not gonna get changed. You're still gonna keep losing over and over and over again to standard characters. But this is the thing. It might be worse in Silver Palace. Do you want to know why? I've got something special to show you guys. It might be worse than this in Silver Palace. Because there's 4 5-star characters here. And there's no 50-50 mentioned. So is it a 25-75? There's no 50-50. Is it a 25-75? Because what am I to assume if there's no 50-50 and I see 4 characters here and it just says you have a chance of getting a 5-star? So if you thought this was bad, losing 50-50 multiple times, guys, you're now losing 25-75s when you get it early. An early 5-star on the Silver Palace banner looks like it's a 25-75. And you're probably going to lose a lot more 25-75s in a row, right, than 50-50s in a row. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying, right? You're probably going to lose a lot more 25-75s because you have you got a 50% less rate. There's your 50-50. You got a 50% less rate than a 50-50 to get the character. So yeah, they improved on the 50-50. They did another 50-50 on it. Get multiplied, bitch. Now you got a 25-75. Because that's what I got to assume over here. If you don't list out a 50-50 and there's 4 characters that are available as a 5-star. Look at this. Look at what it says under 4-star. This is how I know. Look at what it says under the 4-star one. They have a 50% chance to be the featured character. Wow, I wonder why it only says it under the 4 stars but not the 5 stars. Probably because this one's a 25-75, right? That's what you would assume if it says it under one and then not the other. Shay, you don't know for certain. Shay, you don't know for certain. You might be spreading misinformation. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Why is it under one but not the other? Do you see why I didn't want to be sponsored for this saga? You guys see now why I didn't want to be sponsored for this saga, right? Because this is not a very good look, is it? Not very good, is it? The lowest 5-star rate out of all gachas. That is what Silver Palace came out with in CBT2, assuming what I'm reading on the screen is what I'm reading on the screen. Because this literally just reads as a 25-75. This one's a 50-50. What? Guys, like, what else could it be? What else could it fucking be? There's a 50 here and there's no 50 up here. And that gives it a worst case scenario than every gacha game out there. Do you know why? Because every gacha game is better on earlies. And this is where I've got to throw AKE a bone. AKE is significantly better for earlies than Silver Palace. Because if you get an early in AKE, you have a 50% chance of getting the rate-up character. Then it's actually over 50% to get any limited character. Right? Because you could technically lose to these guys in the other 50% of the pool. So AKE is like literally higher. Ankh, it says featured characters have increased rates. Oh, okay. Does it say 50% here? Okay, so do you have... Okay, so you just said AKE said it has increased rates. Okay, let's check out this link. Yes. Featured characters have increased... Are you fucking retarded? It says it right fucking here where the increased rates are. It's for the 4 stars only. It's only for the 4 stars. It says it right here. So if anything, this is even more deceptive because this featured characters have increased only appears to be on for these guys. It appears it's only for these guys. It's not actually a thing up here. Because I don't see it. I don't see it. And guys, I might have been one of the only people that read this thing. Because everyone else is reading through their contracts to see what they're allowed to say about this. And so it's just those guys that are rated up. So I guess technically, yes, featured characters are rated up. It's just the 4-star ones. But guys, that's how that system works. So now let's go ahead. Let's read some of the other parts because I think we've gotten through the worst parts of it. We could probably harp on for longer, right, about how it's worse than every other gacha game. But at 25-75 on earlies, no pity at 80, and the only pity being at 100. Well, this is the rough breakdown of the situation, guys. Most people will not be getting the limited character ever. You already had a low chance of getting it early. Now it's a 25-75. There are going to be a lot of people that lose multiple 25-75s on a row to 100. And they're pretty much only going to get the character at 100 because it's a 25-75 and the rates are dog shit, right? The rates are dog shit on characters. It's 0.8 going up to 1.8 by 100. So it's like most people are just going to be getting the unit at like maybe 80, 90, 100, wherever the soft pity in this fucking game starts. But that's where they're going to be getting it. And so, basically in any game with a 50-50, right? You could just get the character at 70, 75, maybe even 65 or whatever, right? Like Wuthering Waves. You get a lot of characters. When you win the 50-50, you'll get it within 70 pulls. That means if you win a 50-50 in any of the games, you're already ahead of Silver Palace. But this is also the other thing. In any game with a guarantee after the 50-50, and you get earlies, you've already won in other games. Think about it this way. You get 2 5-stars within 80 pulls in Moonbah. Happens all the time. You get 1 early, you're good to go. Right? In Silver Palace, getting 2 earlies in a row means absolutely nothing to getting the character. In Wuthering Waves, Genshin, HSR, you'd have the unit already. In Silver Palace, it's meaningless. It's worthless. Because there's no guarantee. It's a 25-75, and you need to get to 100 to guarantee the character. All you're going to be thinking about in Silver Palace is when you get multiple earlies in a row, or you just lose twice in a row, right? You could just lose twice in a row, and all you'll be thinking about is how you would have had the character in every other game. Because think about it this way. What's a 50-50, guys? It means that 50% of the time you're going to get the unit, and 50% of the time you're going to lose. And so if it costs around 70 pulls when you win and 140 pulls when you lose, guys, you add them together and then you get the average. It's 210 divided by 2. It's about 105 pulls in Wuthering Waves on average for each unit. So you're going from 105 in Wuwa, that where you have a 50-50 guarantee system as well, so it's like just better. And then this one's basically 100 pity as well. Because soft pity starts at like 65. You get every 5-star around 70. 50-50 average means it's around 105 per unit. But this one is out here with 100 per unit and everything's worse. It's 100 per unit with a 25-75. Wuwa average is 105 per unit, 50-50, and then also has the guarantee too. Do you just see at a baseline how even numerically this is dog shit? Technically, it's better than Hoyo Games, but guys, in Hoyo Games, you're averaging around 80 pulls for the character, 160 for a 50-50, and so it's 120 in Hoyo Games. And so if 20 extra pulls, right, to guarantee a unit to you is worth having a guarantee, having a 50-50, then even the Hoyo Games are better. Because you have a 25-75 in this fucking game, bro. The same rates. And then on average, it costs the same as Wuthering Waves, give or take 5 fucking pulls. But you're getting fucked on every early because you have literally 50% less chance to get things on it early. And so, let me just go ahead. I think it might be a good idea for us now, for me to just do this shit in Paint so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And with my new mouse, this should be really good. All right. So, like, think about it this way, right? So this is where we're going to put Wuwa. Oh my god, why does this look like shit? Oh, I was zoomed in. Actually, it looked kind of good, but it was just, like, blurry. Damn, my handwriting is... It kind of looks like a girl's handwriting. Shit, it looks kind of gay. Never mind. There we go. All right, that's manly. All right, yeah, sorry. It looked like super gay before. I don't know why. So, now we got that. All right, and now we got SP. Right? So, shit, I need to give myself more space. All right. So that's going to be Wuwa, right? That's going to be SP. Don't send this to Fob Master. He's going to have us crash out because he's like, wait, you're allowed to have not dog shit handwriting when you're on stream? All right, there we go. So, this is the thing, right? Average pulls 5-star, right? Average pulls 5-star. With 50-50 losses, right? This is 105. This was 100. 50. Yes. No. 25. 75. I don't know, bro. Wait, which one looks better to you, bro? Like, the discussion's already over, right? You don't need to go any further from here, right? So, like, soft pity. Soft pity, right? Boom. Hey, let's check this out. You ready? 80. None. Hard 100. Guarantee, 50-50 loss L guarantee. 50-50 loss guarantee. Yes. No. Bro, it's on average 5 less pulls than Wuwa, but it has a 25-75, no soft pity at 80, and then no 50-50 guarantee for, like, when you lose multiple times in a row and you're 25-75. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's like 65 over here. None? Hard at 100. Guys, this looks like one of the worst gacha systems ever, just numerically when you compare it to Wuwa. Because, guys, you get the Wuwa character, you get a 5-star Wuwa at 70. If you lose a 50-50, it's at 140. So the cost of those two, on average, is 210. You divide it by 2, it's 105. Just mathematically, it's the same number of pulls in Wuwa than it is in this game by like 5, bro. 105 in Wuwa is generous? How is that generous, you fucking moron? The hard pity's at 80. I'm telling you, you're getting the character at 70. You're getting a 5-star at 70. How is that generous in Wuthering Waves to get the 5-star at 70? When soft pity starts at 65. It's really, actually, on average, people get the 5-star at 70 pulls. That's mathematically how it works. So how is this generous? I'm just getting the 70 average for one 50-50 win, and then 140 average for a 50-50 loss, adding them together, and then it's 210 for 2 characters. And that's, again, just looking at hard pity. That's just looking at pity situation, not even factoring in earlies. Because when you factor in earlies into here, guys, Wuthering Waves goes way down. And then this goes fucking up. If you factor in getting early 5-stars. They're not even in here. We're just looking at hard pities. Because you got a 25-75. So, of course, if you factor in earlies, the average number of pulls in Silver Palace is going to go up, bro. While in this game, it's going to go down. So the character banner is a fucking disaster. Truly. I cannot say this enough. It is a fucking disaster. Because mathematically, you already know this shit is cooked. It's just worse in every way. And the only shiny light it has is that there's pity carryover. Great. Wuthering Waves has that too. And Wuthering Waves has a guarantee carryover as well. Fuck. Fuck. Because guess what? Guys, did you know that you can pull on a Wuwa banner, then lose a 50-50, and then just decide, hey, okay, I'm just going to wait for the next banner? Guys, that like effectively wouldn't do anything for you in Silver Palace because it doesn't mean anything to lose. It's on 25-75 of that game. It just doesn't do anything. It doesn't give you a guarantee. All it gives you is extra rebate currency, and that's it. Is that truly something that looks like it's going to be good? Because that's what we're seeing over here, guys. And the rates are, let's just look at the 5-star probabilities. Are they the same as Wuthering Waves, or are they low? I feel like they might have done some way to fuck it up. Let's just see over here. Where's them details at? Let me see that shit. Oh, it's the same exact fucking rate as Wuwa. So like somehow the average drop rate is the same when the hard pity is 20 more in Silver Palace. So like it's a 1.8%. So like honestly, I don't know how it's a 1.8 consolidated too when there's 20 more pity on this banner. So does that mean that it's like a lower rate than Wuwa? This might mean that it's actually lower as well as you're going up to 100. Because it's the same consolidated probability, but this has 20 more pity. Wuwa's is 80, that game is 100, but somehow the rate is the same across 100 pulls and 80 pulls. So that means that it's a lower rate here. It's a lower rate as well baseline for the 5-star character. So that's another way to just fuck you in the ass, bro. I see why they wanted people to not talk about this. Just say, I see why they wanted people to not really talk about this one too much, bro. This is brutal. This is brutal. So basically, these are how the consolidated rates work, guys. As you pull on a banner and you get closer to the soft pity, your rate of getting a 5-star increases. And so that's why the consolidated rate across the entire banner in 80 convenes goes from 0.8 to 1.8. And so if the same rate increase of 0.8 to 1.8 occurs across 100, that just means your additional rate going up each pull is less. So that just means you have a lower chance at 80 pulls in Silver Palace to get it than you would in Wuthering Waves. Because you're guaranteed at 100, you're not guaranteed at 80 in that game. So the rates, literally, are lower as well. Lower rates on top of, and the only thing it has is it's technically 5 less pity on average, if you don't count earlies at all. This is really bad. This is destructive. And it is truly, like, one of the most disappointing things that I've ever seen a developer come up with before. It is like, it looks like it aims to utilize somebody's lack of information or their ignorance or their lack of ability to check things, right? And it almost like it relies on the baseline expectations from other systems, right? It's like a car. It's like you imagine that a car in 2026 is going to have seatbelts in it. You don't check to see that your airbags work in a car in 2026. This is like the devs removing the airbags from a car in 2026. Nobody knows because it's just assumed it's there. And then that's just what they give the consumer. Because it's a 2575, bro, and they're trying their best to hide it. Is that not fair to say? At the baseline, it's 50% worse than every other gacha game on earlies, and they're trying to hide that really good. Right? Oh, and again, this is how I know it's slimy. Because they did this, but it's only for the 4-star characters, bro. And this is what I'm saying is like the airbags getting taken out of the car. Bro, you think they're still in there. You think they're still in there, but this is only for 4-star units. And isn't that just kind of slimy? Bro, that's really deceptive. I'm just going to be real with you, man. Like, how are you going to put it up there, but then it's only for the ones nobody gives a fuck about? That's not a good look. That's just really not a good look, bro. I don't even know why we're doing this. Ug's not getting that beta access? Fuck the beta access, bro. You think I got time to play this, to play the fucking game while I'm out here talking about this crazy fucking gacha system? Bro, we haven't even gotten to the weapon banner yet. So now, that's a summary of the gacha system. Hopefully I've explained to you why it's fucking dog shit. Now let's go ahead and see some of the rules regarding rebates and stuff like that. This is pretty typical. You receive a bonus 20 mine shards upon attaining a 5-star for the first time. Then duplicates turn into 20 more. Blah, 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 right? From the 7th duplicate, or basically with their maxed out, you get 50. So not like they don't seem to have any like crazy Genshin system, but that's just like the rebate shop that they're going to have, right? And then you can see over here, then you get 4 stars, then you get like 10 stars, blah, blah, blah. Looks pretty similar to Wu-Wa. However, what this game doesn't have is, well, any of the same good shit that I guess is in Wu-Wa's store. All you got are some garbage 4-star weapons. I assume these are bad. And then the ability to basically get weapon pulls and character pulls on the standard and limited banners. That's it. There's no sequence nodes. There's no dupes. So it's kind of like, yeah, no, we're still getting mogged on this front. Yeah, literally just absolutely completely bodied on this front. Just beat up. Yeah, we're just taking judgment shots all day back here. Yeah, we're just taking those judgment shots, bro. That's what Silver Palace is doing. So the shop looks, I was just gonna say this. If this is all that's in the shop, this looks really bad. Right, this just looks really bad as a rebate shop, right? Like, can we just... This looks like somebody put, like, half a second of thought into it. There's 8 things in here. There's 8 things in here, bro. It looks empty. Maybe that's just because it's beta. I'll give them a pass on this one. And this is the other shop, which is equally as empty. Like, it just looks like the baseline level up materials. Yeah. There you go. There you go. So, that's what it's looking like. That's how the rebate works. Now, though, we've already taken a look at the rates. We already taken a look at the rebates. Now it's time for us to take a look at the next absolute fucking disaster that's waiting for us, ladies and gentlemen. The fucking weapon banner. And I think everyone has already got an idea about this thing. Bro, this thing is fucking bad. This thing is just kind of bad. And the reason for it is very, 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 very simple. It's just Wuthering Waves' system, but objectively worse. It's just Wu-Wa's system, but literally objectively fucking worse. And in a lot of ways, it could technically be worse than a Hoyoverse game. Because, well, Let's get ready for this. The base probability to reveal a 5-star motive is 0.8. These are just the same rates, and these are the rebates, right? We've already seen this before. It's rate-wise, it's almost the same as the character banner. However, there's this. Blah, blah, blah is a limited time monologue. Same work as limited banners. Up to 80 revelations guarantee the current featured 5-star motive. So, yes, there's a hard pity at 80, and you're going to use deduction shots to carry these out. Wait. When drawing a 5-star motive, there's a 50% chance it'll be the featured motive. So this is kind of like the final confirmation that you need that this banner is a 2575. So they say 50-50 everywhere except for here.
I wonder what it is. They say 50-50 everywhere except for here.
So are we done drooling over ourselves to defend the game? Just wondering, are we done drooling over ourselves to defend this dev? Well, actually... So how about this? How about you take a look at what's in front of you, and then you don't make up things that aren't actually true to explain this? Because that's what you're doing right now. You're making shit up to possibly explain why the fuck it's like this. Maybe you just accept this is what it is. Can we do that? Because the next person I see fucking post their fan fiction about how this could have happened, you're just getting banned. Because I've been seeing a lot of that today. Well, actually, what if it's like, shut up. Everything we're seeing points to this banner being a 2575, which makes it absolutely dog shit. Now let's move on. So yeah, 50% chance it'll be the featured motive. But guys, what's something true about a 50% chance on the weapon banner? It's both better than AKE while also being worse than Hoyoverse. And this is the thing, it's the worst of both worlds. Do you want to know why? Because the rate is 0.8%. Let's look up AKE's weapon banner, guys. Let's look up AKE's weapon banner rates. Because it's not 0.83%. Oh, AKE's got a baseline 4% to drop it. Oh, shit. AKE's got a baseline 4%. So it's actually not... This is why the 2575 at AKE isn't the worst shit ever. Because your rate is like 5 times higher to get it on a regular pull. Right? You have a 5 times higher rate of getting it prior to the pity. And so the result of that is that AK's 2575 feels not like the scammiest shit ever because a lot of people get multiple 6 stars on one pull. Right? This game has the same rates as Hoyoverse and Wuthering Waves weapon banners, but just has a 50-50, which is worse than Hoyo and Wuthering Waves. Basically, this has the same rates as like Hoyo and Wuwa, but it's got a 50-50. Hoyo's is a 75-25. HSR and ZZZ have 75-25s on the same rate on their weapon banner, and these motherfuckers have a 50-50. So they're literally worse than Hoyoverse. Genshin 50-50. No, Genshin is a 33-65. Genshin's a 33-65, which makes it like you have a 66% chance of getting a weapon on the Genshin banner. Because it's a 1/3 split between a standard one and then one of the weapons and then the second weapon. So technically, Genshin has a 66% chance of getting a weapon on the banner. It's only a half chance of that 66 to get the one that you want. So, like, technically, you have a higher chance of getting a limited one in every other game. This has the lowest chance of getting a limited weapon on a 0.08% chance rate. So it is actually the worst. However, it does guarantee the weapon at 80. So it has, like, the Wuwa guarantee, but it just has a 50-50 on the way there. But otherwise, it's just literally Wuthering Waves, but significantly worse. It's Wuthering Waves' weapon banner, but significantly worse. And that's the only way I could describe it. Truly. Because it's got the same pity, the same rates. It's just And the same guarantee at 80, it's just you have a 50-50 on the way to 80 for some godforsaken fucking reason. And that's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. That's this game, bro. That's this game. And does the pity reset if you lose 50-50 early? I'm pretty sure the pity resets if you win early, yeah. The pity resets in almost every game if you win early. I don't know a game where the pity doesn't reset when you win early, actually. So yeah, probably will do the same exact thing here. So yeah, guys. This is how I view this gacha system. It is kind of like an amalgamation of some of the worst parts of every other gacha game out there, and then it kind of blends them all into one. And I think the only positive thing you can say about this one is that it technically has a lower hard pity than AKE and technically other games. But the downside of losing on earlies, the downside of losing multiple 25-75s in a row, the downside of being actively deceived by the devs, the downside of a 50-50 on the weapon banner, which is the lowest, along with these dog shit 0.8% rates while also having a 50-50, it's also the lowest. And then you factor in other gacha games like NT and AKE still have their guarantee at 82. This is truly just like, I think, actually the worst out of all the games. Genuinely. After the analysis I've done today, especially this thing over here, bro, it feels like it's the worst out of all the games. And I see why there's been so much drama behind the scenes over at the Silver Palace devs. Bro, their publishers are probably fucking fisting their team, being like, tell them to kill this game. That's what it feels like, bro. The publisher is probably murdering these guys because they, like, why do you think the gacha system is like this, bro? Why do you think the gacha system is like this, bro? It's hidden. It's obfuscated. It's confusing. It's actually openly deceptive in front of you. And like I said before, it relies on you being comfortable and living in the modern gacha day. And it's like you buying a new car and there's no airbags in it, so when you crash, you die. Because that's what it's going to feel like, guys, when you think that there's a 50-50 in this game. When you think that there's a guarantee in this game, and then you start losing multiple 25-75s in a row, because that's actually what it is. And it's not obvious to you it's a 25-75. And that's where I need to start addressing some of the posts over here by Styx, right? Because this is his review of it. And this is how much I feel like somebody's getting actively deceived by the lack of information that was shown in that gacha system. So, again, this post was made within an hour of the beta starting. So, if there's anything wrong in here, I can't necessarily blame him because he rushed this one out. Limited character banners share a feature guarantee mechanic. So he's true about that. There's pity carryover. Guaranteed within 100, true. There's no 50-50 present based off what I can see, true. All these things are true, right? But this is where stuff starts getting, like, really, 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 really weird. No 50-50 sounds great. It's a 25-75, Styx. So, like, I don't think we should be out there saying, yeah, I love that there's no 50-50 when it got replaced by a 25-75. But it's not obvious. That's what I'm saying. So this is technically true. Silver Palace has no 50-50 because it's a 25-75, which is 50% worse than a 50-50. But because it is so obfuscated, it's so hidden, right? 50% is showing up everywhere else other than here. Guys, it's not really clear. But clearly, there's a 4-person pool, and it's not showing... And this is where there's another response I need to go take a look at. Based off the information they supply, it is confirmed there is no 50-50, but you can pull the standard characters on the way to the 100 guarantee. So to elaborate, you can win multiple 5-star characters on the way to 100 without it resetting the guarantee. That's honestly pretty good. No, Styx, that will only occur if you lose every 50-50 in a row. The second you get the character, your pity's going to reset. So this is you basically glazing that you can lose multiple 25-75s in this game on the way to 100. That's not good. You shouldn't be complimenting. Styx, you're basically glazing that the game has a 25-75, and so you can lose all of them on the way to 100. That's not good. That's not positive. That's not good for PR. That actually makes the game look bad because that's what this is. MTash keeps losing 50-50s and he loses his fucking mind in the process. That's going to be every Silver Palace fucking player with the gacha system like this. So guys, obviously, I think he just fucked up because again, he made all these posts within like an hour of the beta starting. But guys, this is what happens when a company does shady shit, bro, and you're sponsored by them. You end up kind of tanking some hits because they're fucking you over with this. Why do you guys think I said I don't want to be sponsored for this saga? I don't want to be sponsored for Silver Palace so I can tell the fucking truth about this game because it's genuinely, bro, it's so murky, it's so misty. Why are they so unspecific? Why are they so vague? Why would they just say it's a 25-75, right? Why are they hiding that it's not a 50-50? Do you see what's going on over here? This is so... It's like rat behavior from a dev, bro. It's such a bad fucking look. And is the idea that like, oh, the game's gonna be so good, they're gonna pretend they're gonna pretend the gacha isn't dog shit. Like, is that truly what's... Because the gacha looks like a fucking scam compared to every other game, bro. And the only thing I can think of right now that's like slightly better is the 100 pity. But on average, it's going to be lower than other games because you're not getting any earlies here. The second you start factoring in earlies, like I said before, guys, this is basically on a hard pity calculation. And you have a 25-75. And this is a 50-50. So if you factor in earlies, the average is going down, 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 bro. And this one's going up because you're never getting earlies in fucking Silver Palace. You can't. So it's worse than Woo-Wah. How would you do that? Woo-Wah came out like 3 years ago. You had 3 years to make a system that is not worse. But it's objectively just... I don't know. Like, look at this and tell me, how is it not worse? Truly, I don't know how. Bro, this is so frustrating. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. Anyways, I haven't even talked about some of the other stuff with this system because there's not a reason to talk about it, right? People are talking about the fact that it costs like 360 currency to pull on this. Bitch, I don't know how Bro, 360 is just a number. Literally, it's just a fucking number. It matters what the cost is of everything else in the game. Like, if you just went ahead and you multiplied everything in Wuthering Waves by 2, all the Astrite is doubled. And then the pull count is out 320. It's all the exact same, but now it's 320. So who cares if it's 340, 360, 469? It depends on how much you're getting everywhere else. So it truly matters the amount of pulls that you get every patch, not the raw currency amount. Because, yeah, you could just 3x everything in Woo-Wah to be the same exact number of pulls, but it would just be like 480 instead. So, yeah, I'm waiting to see the pull income and the stuff like that before judging it all. And with the pity carryover, right? There's not anything to lose like an AKE, so like, obviously having more pulls is better, but it's not like AKE where it's like, yeah, you don't get to interact with the gacha at all, bitch, until you have 120. That won't be a thing in this game, which is good. You're just going to lose every 25-75 ever. But that's kind of like the difference, right? In some games, you just can't engage with the gacha. That's AKE. That's not going to be the case here. So pull count and stuff like that, and like FOMO, there's not nearly as much. You just have to worry about the character leaving, not your pulls and your pity leaving too. So yeah. Basically, I think that this is easily in the bottom one, if not bottom two gacha systems that are currently out there. Like, truly, this is like this either takes last place or it shares last place with AKE. This is fucking awful. And I truly do hope that there is a gigantic response pointing out how awful this system actually is at a baseline so that people can go ahead, give the feedback, and just, dude, I might have gotten this wrong, right? The information here is not, maybe is not correct because we did this super fast live, but like, use this as the starting point. Truly. Let me know, like use these calculations and this thought over here as the starting point. How, when you look at this and you understand this, how is this not the worst fucking gacha system? Just tell me, how is it not the worst? I'd like to know. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen, the Silver Palace coverage. And we will be on the lookout for people's CBT2 adventures, right? As they're grinding up the polls, as they're going through, they're getting the resources, and they actually start filming themselves on these banners. We're going to be right there alongside them, backseating them, talking about their experiences, and of course, how you can actually get feedback to make this game better for the future. Because that's all I'm trying to do with this. I know I'm not sponsored. I know I'm talking some shit, but hopefully you can understand why, because a lot of this stuff is really fucking bad, and I don't want this game to be dog shit. And I think that this alone is going to have so many people doom posting this game because it's really fucking bad. Like, truly, genuinely, it's so bad. And the level of deception, hiding things, secrecy. Guys, why is there so much of it? And isn't that a really bad look for a gacha developer when they haven't even released the game yet? Time to hold them accountable. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out. Guys, people don't understand. I love how all my haters use this copium excuse, right? Oh, Saint's just hating on the game because he's not sponsored. Guys, being not sponsored for Silver Palace for me is one of the best career moves I ever could have fucking made. Let's stop mincing words. Me being unsponsored for this game is an insane career move. And just because all your CCs are grifting fucks that don't think ahead of their next paycheck, don't at me. Don't at me, bro. All right. But yeah, no, we got like infinite far. And you want to know my favorite part about it, bro? We can just react to people's vids, react to people's content, and just take it easy, bro. Like, I don't need to be out here grinding polls like fucking Rine, bro, to like make this content or do anything. I could just like react to it and give my take. Because guess what? People trust my take, bro. I don't even need to play the game. That's the most amazing part. I don't even need to engage with or play with the gacha system because guess what? My reputation from AKE is going to carry me through. And people just trust what I'm saying because I was completely right about AKE. Another game I was not sponsored by, I just told the truth about, so I get to just do it again and carry it forward. People will just lend an ear to my takes because I was right. And guess what? I don't think I'm wrong here either. I don't think I'm wrong here, guys. Hey, actually, open discussion. What's wrong with my analysis here? Yeah, no, this is good opportunity. Open discussion. What's wrong with my analysis here other than my handwriting? Truly, open invite. Like, I'd like to be contested on this, but I think I've brought everything. I think I like addressed all the holes here. You don't include the worst case, but it still doesn't save SP? We did. We did, though, Dart. The worst case of spending 210 pulls for 2 characters. And I guess technically, if you really want to make it the worst case, it would be 115. Right? But this is also the worst case for Silver Palace. You could say that you won. You could say, right? In Silver Palace, you lost 99 25 75s in a row, right? If it's Silver Palace, you lost 99 25 75s in a row, you would have 49 limited characters in Muba. Sorry, you would have 50 limited characters in Muba. While you would have lost, while you have 0 in Silver Palace. So if you want to talk about worst cases, it's still worse, right? It's still worse than Wuthering Waves. 49 limited units versus 0. Right? Right? Gacha Smack just put a video out. Oh, is he going in full defense mode? Gacha Smack put out a video. Is he in full defense mode? Oh, can't wait for this one, bro. Oh, boy. Oh, that's going to be a fun react later. We're going to react to that one tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to react to that one tomorrow. Oh, it's time. Oh, I can't. I'm going to let that one cook. Oh, just in case he gets any cute ideas like Mr. Pokey. Yeah, just in case he gets any cute ideas like Mr. Pokey. Wouldn't be surprised if he went there. So, yeah, we're going to wait until tomorrow to react to that one. Obviously, we're going to drop ours, take a fat shit all over, and then, yeah. Downloading might get deleted. Oh, boy, bro. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait, bro. Oh, I can't wait, bro. Yeah, I just want to see. Did he... Oh, boy, that's going to be fun. Oh, boy, that's going to be fun, bro. Who would have been surprised, bro? Gacha Smack did it again, brother. Gacha Smack did it again, brother. Grifter Smack at it again. Oh, he just out here giving me a 5-star meal for free. Hey, I'll take it, brother. Hey, I'll take it, bro. Hey, groceries are expensive nowadays. Thanks for the content in advance. Sometimes, do you sometimes feel like I hate too much, or is the hate warranted? Do I hate too much, or is because this is what I'm like, bro? I can just say whatever I want about Gacha Smack and nobody cares, because I feel like everyone knows the context, so they just let me say whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, everyone's just saying it's justified. Yeah, no, okay, I'm down. Fuck it, fuck that dude. He's a fucking dickhead. What a fucking freak, bro. I love it, bro. I love that people can see what a nasty, disgusting fucking freak that dude is, and it's approved of every fucking time, bro. I love it. I fucking love that, bro. We just know the truth. We're the ones truly keeping it a buck. I like Smack, but you are very right about how he doesn't do anything if there isn't money behind it. Bro, go watch his video. Why are you on his biggest hater stream? Bro's like out here saying he likes Smack while on his biggest hater stream, as he's like subbed and giving me money because I prefer you. Oh, he's not subbed. He's just giving me ad money. Damn. Now Loki Gacha about to ban you, bro. Loki Gacha about to ban you now that you said that. I hope you know that. You go and get banned, bro. His mod like watches the stream and then bans anyone that types in here. Guys, like, I have moderators of other streamers watching the stream just to ban people that chat here. Gacha Smack's mod does that. Brand Online's mod does that. Bro, are you guys that scared? Bro, my chatters are... You guys are scary. Ooh, chatters. You fucking pussies. You fucking pussies. Imagine pre-banning chatters. Bro. Mass pre-banning chatters, bro. And this is the thing. It's not just 1 or 2, bro. It's not just 1 or 2. It's like 400 of them. Dude, it was literally an entire list. Bro, it was like a fucking list, bro. It was nuts. It was nuts. Oh, Smack unbanned some people? Great. Great. So apparently some of you guys got unbanned from Smack's chat. That's like funny though. Like that implies other things. He's like, wait, I need the viewers. Unban them all. It's not looking good. Unban them quick, dude. Come on. Come on, man. Guys, this is honestly what I could safely say as well. I feel like I'm relatively close to my mods, but I can safely say I don't feel like any of my mods are like dick riders. Truly, like, I don't feel like any of my mods are like dick riders. Like, they will like call me out and shit. So like, yeah, like I don't think it's like that. That, and I make sure to like talk like a little bit of shit about all of them all the time. Just like there's like a little bit out there. That we gave Kaiser the spotlight the other day, right? Because he was out here fucking playing like soy yang teams like a moron, right? In Ed State. Like, bro, what are you doing? Bro, what are you doing? Like, I still remember Aramis playing Pike. Like, right? It's stuff like that, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. Yo, leave, my man ain't even here. Oh, Kleiner cheating my chat like DMs. Yeah, he's like, hey, why didn't say read my reply? Motherfucker, you're one of 1,600. Bro, it's like, bro, imagine being in a 1,600 person DM. Bro, imagine being in a 1,600 person DM and then asking why your response didn't get read, bro. Bro, that's what you look like. When you yelling at me for not finding your one chat, bro. Come on. Bro, come on. And then Roach never really does anything flammable. Roach is like a walking emoji. Yeah, you know what? I bet he just has 17 emotes when I open up his fucking logs. I bet all he's got is just a history of emotes. Oh. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, no, that's what it is. You just spam emotes. So there's nothing to talk about. You're just an emote spammer. So, like, I know. How did I know without even checking? How did I know without even checking? That's crazy, to be honest. Like, you guys saw, I like, that was just fucking live. And I love how I said there's nothing to talk shit about Rhodes, but he, like, low-key got the biggest bird of them all. He got called an NPC, bro. He got called an NPC, bro. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That ain't good. Ah, shit. That ain't good. Oh, man. Why is today such a fun day? Are you guys just in a good mood because you saw me shitting on another game? I guess this is the thing. It's shitting on it, rightfully so. So I guess it's fair to be in a good mood after you shit on something that kind of deserves to be shit on. I don't really know how else to describe this one. Yeah, I don't really know how else to describe this one. All right. Yeah, that was looking pretty peachy. What the fuck was I gonna do, bro? Bro, was that the one thing that I had ready to go for today? I had something else ready. I know Silver Palace has, like, their survey out. Should I, like, look at it? Yeah, should I look at the survey? Okay. We'll look at Silver Palace's survey then and make that a separate... Yeah, make that a separate video then. All right. So I'm just gonna get all the screenshots of it up, and then we'll go from there. Give me a second. There's it's flash, it's white, so that's why I'm blocking the screen so you don't get flashbanged. Oh, son of the bitch, bro. Hey, can y'all put this in, like, can y'all get all the survey photos in, like, an Imager album? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's like 17 million screenshots. Yeah, could we get them in like a formatted album so they're all in one spot? Like, bro, you're asking me to open 17 million links. Like, bro, there's like 40 of these. There's 20, so I'm supposed to open up 26 tabs and go through it. No, opening up 26 tabs for 26 individual messages is crazy. That's fucking ridiculous. And it's only one of the 4 surveys. What do you mean there's 4 fucking... Are they doing the AKE tactic for surveys too, bro? Bro, are they fucking pulling an AKE for surveys? They're gonna send out fucking 5 and then change nothing? Oh, hell no, man. I mean, honestly, I could just use, like, my Discord. Okay. All right. How about this? All right. I mean, I could just use my Discord, yeah. Oh, my God. All right. Yeah, maybe we'll just do that. All right. Let's get this going. We're in streamer mode right now, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Wait, how do you... Bro, you wanna know what I wish? I wish Discord had a way for you to, like, fucking... Is there a way to hide your open DMs on Discord? Bro, why do these guys, like, make this shit so fucking hard? Like, how do you hide all your, like, your DMs open on your side? What do you fucking press, bro? Close it? Press X? Oh. No, that doesn't... Bro, these guys are fucking retarded. Dude, like, I swear to God, like, I just don't want to show the servers or, like, any of the I don't want to show... Bro, I just want to, like, hide the entire left panel. Like, I just want to hide, like, this entire, like, fucking left panel, bro. You can't? Dude, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? Like, I swear to God, these guys are fucking stupid. Can't you cut the scene in OBS? What the fuck do I look like to you, a surgeon? The fuck cut the scene in OBS? How about you cut your fucking dick off, bro? What the hell? Unk, you can't? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Discord's a piece of shit. Yeah, no, Discord's a piece of shit. So, like, guys, please, let's, like, because this is the thing, right? It's either, like, we look at it in the most fucked up way possible, or, like, I spend, like, 10 minutes, like, fucking compiling that shit myself. Like, we gotta, like, we can't just be, like, fucking posting, like, 17 million images in Discord. It doesn't work. It just won't work. Yeah. Folder all your service. Dude, Discord's just retarded. I'm not fucking dealing with it. I'll just say, yeah, I would have used Discord and given it more PR on stream if the system wasn't fucking dog shit. But because it's not, I'm gonna say Discord's a piece of shit application. Fuck Discord. I hate it. There we go. Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm gonna call it a piece of fucking shit because it doesn't have the feature that I want. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm not gonna try to look for an alternative right now. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna try to work around, like, the fact that they don't have a feature. It's like, no, it's not my responsibility to fucking, like, jury rig some shit that functions for you, bro. Not my fucking business. It's not that big of a deal. You Slack. I don't know about that one, man. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's yeah. If I saw a Slack on a stream, I think yeah, pretty sure people would get PTSD. I'm pretty sure a lot of viewers would get PTSD if they saw Slack on a Twitch stream. And then you heard, like, the... Isn't it like bubble popping? The notifications, like... It's like a bubble pop noise, right? Like that? Yeah, no, yep, no, that gave you... Yep, you know what I'm talking about there. Yep. I like how people understood when they heard the noise. Yeah, they heard the noise. No Slack or Teams? That's how you know my chat is employed. They don't like the word Slack and they don't like the word Teams. Okay, so that's getting cooking. Wait, wasn't there a Nigerian perspective video that I wanted to watch too? Oh, right. Yeah, Nigerian Perspective has a video about the Wuwa anime. And that might be a good one for us to take a look at. And I think he does, like, some comparisons to Genshin's anime as well. So let me get that one in the background. Let me get that one in the background too. That might be good. AKE Dev Talk. What fucking AKE Dev Talk, bro? What AKE Dev Talk? All right, that's one too. Oh, there's also this shit. There's like apparently a special interview with the Wuwa dev team about the Cyberpunk collab and Meg Zhou. I don't know how. I don't know. This seems kind of old to me. Just personally saying. Yeah, no, I feel like the Cyberpunk collab, we're like kind of done and over with it. Yeah, I feel like this one's hella late, bro. I feel like this shit is like way too fucking late. Why didn't they put this shit out like a fucking month ago? This shit should have came out like a month ago. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anyone gives a fuck about this now. It's too old news. Ryuku was glazing the AKE dev talk as the best thing ever. Retarded man yells at the clouds. Is there another? Anyone else want to caption this? Like, overgrown middle schooler says he likes Superman, except in gacha terms. Like, okay, great. Like, this is just goofy. It's just goofy shit. Make content out of that dev talk? Bro, I don't feel like it. There's no way. People are actually watching this? Wait, people are watching this whole fucking thing? No one cares about it? Look at the views from YouTube. Oh my god! Maybe this was actually doing good. Hey, maybe they're spitting. Maybe they're spitting.
各位管理员们，大家好，欢迎来到明日方舟周末地向原型幕后创作分享。
Why does this guy just get his ass off the camera and go fix the game? Dude, there's no way anyone will watch this thing. This thing is boring as hell. I already know this shit is boring as hell. Yeah, I don't know about this one, dog. I don't know about this one. Did he react to the Fate collab trailer? I don't think anyone cares about the Fate collab. I'm gonna be honest. I think they killed the IP. And like the way that I know is I looked up Gacha Smack's reaction to it, and then I looked at Gacha Smack's reaction to the Fate collab, and it's not doing good. So like obviously it must be dark. Hey, what about how did Mr. Pokey do? Yeah, wait, we need to go check out Mr. Pokey. How did that one do? Silver Palace link. Okay, cool. Nice. Awesome. All right, let's see over here. Ooh, that's not doing too good either. Nobody cares. Yeah, nobody truly cares at all about the Fate collab. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. Because we all know it's gonna be trash because they ruined the last one. Yeah, they ruined the last one. Absolutely. Yeah, we all know it's trash. All right, so we got the Silver Palace survey. Oh, hell yeah, bro. See, isn't this so much better? Like, guys, this is the shit that I'm talking about over here. It even helps anybody else that's looking at this, right? Right? Because this is what I always say, right? Whenever you're posting images, obviously, you mean for a lot of people to see them, right? And, like, doing shit like this, bro, it's like 99.9999999% better than just posting, like, 300 images in a row on Discord. So much better than just posting 300 images in a row on Discord. Like, truly, is it not? Now we just need to look up one link, and we got everything, and now I don't have, like, fucking 17 attachments to one message. Yeah, bro, I could just click one link and I have everything. Truly. This is what you call innovation right here. All right, so I need to go turn on my AC real fast because I'm sweating like shit. And like, yeah, like, and get some water too. It's fucking hot. It's fucking hot, bro. And I'm like, I am really regretting global warming. Like, I don't know what I did, but I just regret that it's happening. We're back, and it's survey time. Let's fucking do this, boys. Let's do this. Even though we're not actually taking it. Yeah, we're not actually taking this survey. Crazy. I know. All right. So I believe this is 1 of 4. And so yeah, we could just be looking at it to see what type of questions that they're going to be asking. And I have previous CBT experience. Closed beta test, not the other kind. So yeah, we should be able to answer most of the stuff. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's start taking a look at this bad boy. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that Silver Palace is taking on a similar approach to other gacha games in the space when it comes to surveys. And there's apparently a lot of them. And this is just one of the first surveys that's going to be available in the closed beta test 2. And as you can see, they're asking some pretty interesting questions. What we're going to be doing today is taking a look at what types of questions are these developers asking? What are some of the biggest issues that are probably in the game right now? And of course, going from there to really just, get the intention behind these guys. Because the setup for this is Silver Palace releasing one of the worst gacha systems I think I've ever seen in their closed beta test 2, with a 100 pull pity, no 50-50. It's a 25-75 for the rate up character instead. That's what I'm led to believe. A 50-50 on the weapon banner, and basically just a lot of stuff that looks a little bit icky under the scenes. And also a lot of deception, too, from the developers themselves, because they'll say featured characters, right, have increased draw rates. And then you see a little bit later on, wait a second. Sorry, let me pull up the exact message specifically that I'm looking for. Shit. Oh my god. Yeah, this is why we should put all the stuff in one place. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, no, the place where I got this screenshot from, it's not pinned. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the place where we can see that there's a bit of deception going on, right? These guys said that featured characters are rated up, but you only see this 50-50 over here showing up for the 4 stars. You don't see it showing up for the 5 stars. And so this is kind of like the end result, guys. This is kind of like the unfortunate thing going on over here, right? They're kind of lying. They're kind of being deceptive because that featured rate up, it only applies to, well, not the reason why people are pulling on the banner if it's the 4-star characters most of the time. So the end result kind of is the devs have already put forward kind of like a shady hand when it comes to what they put into the beta. And I'm wondering, are we gonna see a similar level of like weirdness in the survey? Let's go ahead. Let's start looking at some of the questions. All right, so the first one over here just looks like it's taking a look at your current reputation level. This is basically your UL in that game, your adventure rank, blah, 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 just to see where I guess people are. I think it's kind of interesting to have like a question like this on like day 1 where the actual game went live like 8 or 9 hours ago. But maybe this is just a question that they're going to be asking on every single survey. This also does call into question why people are getting 5 surveys on day 1 of the game, but it is what it is. All right, next question is, based on your experience so far, how satisfied are you overall with the game? People are free to answer this one as they wish. I don't think that there's anything too crazy just yet. Then you're going to get the question, how satisfied are you with the following aspects? Here we go. So first, you got overall game quality. That's the same exact question that was just listed over here. So I can already start to see some interesting phrasing, some interesting options in this survey, because this is literally just the same exact thing as this. Is it not? I'm not super sure. Then you got lore settings, theme and art style, story and narrative, character design, and then gacha and character progression. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like, from my experience in this game, and of course the takes that I've been seeing from people as they've been playing the beta, these three areas over here, I don't think that there are very many issues at all. This area over here, maybe, right? It could use some refinement and stuff like that. I don't think people have issues with a lot of the stuff in open world or UI and tutorial design, but performance and stability and gacha and character progression, ladies and gentlemen, those look to be the main areas where I see some big fucking problems. A lot of people online complaining about the performance, talking about how, both on mobile and other devices, right, not really getting a lot of great things, but it's still somewhat reasonable in how it performs. But the gacha, as I said before, guys, I think it's the worst part about this game. We just took a look at, right, the fact that they don't have a 50-50 on the character banner. Well, did you also take a look at this fact, guys? Did you also take a look at this? The fact that the weapon has the same rates as Wuthering Waves, right? Same exact fucking rates as Wuwa. But you're not guaranteed the weapon until you get to 80 pulls. So this gacha over here for the weapon banner is literally just the Wuwa gacha system, but objectively worse in every single way. And that's just what they're launching with. In a competitive space like this, where Wuthering Waves is one of the biggest games, truly, it is a market leader at this point. And you're deciding to, 2+ years after Wuwa's release, just release an objectively worse system. What are you doing? What are you doing as developers? Just putting in Wuwa's weapon banner, but worse. Why does this keep happening? Why do you just put in what other games do, but worse? Because I've done another analysis as well, guys. So imagine in Wuthering Waves, right? On average, assuming you lose a 50-50, and you win a 50-50, 50% of the time, you'll get a character at around 70 pulls. Because it's around a 65 pity, you get the character around 70, 75 pulls. That means if you win one 50-50 and then lose another, and you're getting two characters, on average, it's going to be about 105 pulls per unit. Because your first unit was 70. Your second was 140. You add those two up, it's 210 divided by 2. That's 105 average. Silver Palace just has a 100 pull average for the unit, because that's where the pity is, and there's no pity elsewhere. And then you got a 25-75. Wuwa's got a 50-50 while having a pity that's about 5 higher on average for a unit. You can start to see where the system is bullshit, right? Because you also have a guarantee after you lose a 50-50. You don't have it in this game. So you got a 25-75. No 50-50 guarantee. No pity. No soft pity either. Just a hard one at 100. But it's roughly the same number of pulls for a 5-star character. You factor in any early pulls that you get on this banner, bro, then it's turning into limited units. Any early pulls on this banner, there are 25-75, you're probably not going to get the limited unit. And there's also no guarantee either after you lose 25-75s. So it's like objectively worse than Wuthering Waves from this angle too. People have asked me to calculate the worst case scenario. Guys, let's just say you go to 80 pulls straight on Wuwa every single time. Then it's 120 pulls per character. Right? Then that's not very good either, right? That's not very peachy. But guess what? You want to know what the worst case scenario is in Silver Palace? You lose 99 25-75s in a row. In Wuthering Waves, you would have 49 limited characters. In Silver Palace, you have 0. Because yes, this game allows you to lose 99 25-75s in a row and have 0 limited characters. Well, if you did that in Wuthering Waves, you got 99 5-stars, you would have 49 fucking limited units. So that's the worst case scenarios in both games listed out here. 0 units in Silver Palace, 49 in Wuwa. And that's the power of a 50-50 guarantee if we want to talk about worst case scenarios. Isn't the worst case scenario in Wuwa 160? All right, so this is where we're going to do a quick math lesson so I can show you how retarded the gacha player base is. And unfortunately, because you failed to do some of the simplest addition on the fucking planet, you're going to have to be called out because I do assume that you have like a disability or something. So, let's read this. Isn't the worst case in Wuwa 160? So it's 80, right? You win. 80. Lose. And then 80. Win. That equals 240 divided by 2 equals 120, you fucking retard. Like, bro, was the math that hard? Assuming you hit the max pity every time, you just do 80 plus 80 plus 80 and then divide it by 2. Yeah, but this is not the worst case? How is this not the worst case? Your pity and Wuthering Waves is 80. You can't go higher than this to get 3 characters. You can't go higher than this. 80 is the pity on Wuthering Waves' character banner. You have to lose first. What the fuck is this, you retard? If you have to lose first, then it's not a 50-50. Then you have 2 losses. That's a 33-66. Or sorry, that's a 100% loss rate then because you're guaranteed. 80 lose, 80 win, 80 lose, 80 win. That means you lost twice. When it's a 50% chance to lose. Okay. We got some retards in here. Basically, there's somebody in here saying you gotta lose first. If there's a 50-50, you've already lost twice. That's a 100% loss chance, you fucking moron. Yes, because you lose, then you're guaranteed, and then you lost again. That's losing 100% of the time. And in a worst-case scenario, on a 50-50, you're still going to assume they win the 50%, but they're just going to max pity. That's the worst case on a 50-50. If you're saying worst case on a banner, then yes, they lost 100% of the time. You know what? Let's just delete the math lesson from this fucking video. I'm like, I can't deal with people that don't know how to add up like 80 and shit. I don't know how to deal with people that don't know how to add up 80. You mean the worst case? So you guys literally mean like, so you want to compare now? Oh, you meant that one? You guys were talking about, so you wanted to compare 0 5 stars to 49. That was the one you guys wanted. Oh, so instead of 49 5 stars, it's 25? So it's 25 5 stars versus 0. Wait. So that was the point you guys wanted to get on, was that like, oh, technically, you could have implemented more losses into that, and you would have had 25 5 stars versus 49. It's still 0 on the other side. Wait, that was what this was all for. So it's like a completely meaningless point, because I was just making that point to show you how pointless talking about the worst case scenario is. And you decided to talk about that for the longest fucking time ever, just as like some sort of gacha, when it's absolutely meaningless to the discussion. Okay, I see. So you were trying to talk about something important. That's why I misunderstood you. But you just decided to add on a point that's fucking useless and means absolutely nothing to the discussion. Gotcha. Okay, so the fault is with me in that situation for assuming that the guy was trying to contribute something useful. But it was just absolutely useless information. And the end result is we just gotten derailed for no fucking reason. Okay, let me go back. So nothing has changed after that. Literally nothing has changed. Completely useless information. Completely useless interjection that added absolutely nothing to the discussion. Okay. Holy fucking shit. Like, truly. It doesn't do anything. Because now we go from 49 to 25. It's still 25 5 stars versus 0. Great. We've updated the worst case in the dumbest way possible. Let me go pick up where the fuck we left off. Right. Let me go pick up where we left off. Holy shit. So games listed out here. 0 units in Silver Palace, 49 in Muwa. We went on a bit of a tangent over here. It's not actually 49. It's more like 25. The point still stands. There's no point talking about the worst case scenario because it's just 0 limited units in Silver Palace, while it's going to be a significant number of limited units in basically every other game, including Hoyoverse ones. And unironically enough, probably AKE too. So, yeah, that's the situation going on over here, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to cut that discussion short real fast because we got a bit derailed by some retarded Silver Palace defenders. So, as you can see, the game's already got a pretty toxic community, like, starting to form already, spreading misinformation and stuff like that. And that's why I feel like you gotta get a good rundown on what is happening real quick, iron out the issues, because this gacha is one of the most cooked gachas I've ever seen. I think it's worse than AKE. I think it's obviously worse than Wuwa. And in a lot of ways, I think it can be significantly worse than Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, and God forbid, even Genshin Impact. So it's not just Silver Palace releasing with an objectively worse system than Wuwa in every single way 2 years after its release. Some could say it's objectively worse than fucking games released 6 years ago. I don't know how you do it. So now, what is your main goal in Silver Palace? Getting more draws to obtain characters and motives, trying out various combat modes, increasing character friendship, completing journey quests, building up characters and increasing power, exploring the city or open world, leveling up city, or leveling up city affairs. So I think that this is actually like a good question to ask. And I think that this is going to be a really important one for people to keep in mind as they're going through their grinding, right? How does it feel to get to that 100 pity, right? How does it feel when you feel like you've sort of been like lied to by the devs? It's not a 50-50, it's a 25-75, and then you also proceed to lose multiple 25-75s in a row. That is what I feel like every single person should be focusing on when it comes to these servers and when it comes to their gameplay. How does the pulling and the acquisition journey feel? Because that is going to be a core element of a gacha game. A good gacha can't save a game. This is pretty much a fact at this point from everything we've seen. A good gacha system is not enough for a game to succeed, but a bad gacha system will single-handedly end a game. A bad gacha system will single-handedly end a game, but a good system won't make it good. And that's proven by AKE, and it's also proven by NTE. Not really. Look at FGO. Okay, so FGO is like the most dog shit looking game that is like an outlier that it's still in service. So like instead of using the outlier as the example, can we just go with what 99.9% of the space looks like? Like, for example, right? I bet you have 7 toes because you're probably a fucking freak because you felt the need to bring that up, right? Like, you're going to go around and say everyone else in the world should have 7 toes like you fucking animal? No. No, because you know having 7 toes is fucking weird. Just like how the fact that FGO is still alive is fucking weird. We good? You fucking science experiment, motherfucker? Alright, cool. So, yeah. I really, truly do urge every player who's going to be going through that grinding journey, document what feels bad, document what feels not good, and document what makes you want to quit the game. Because, guys, if I lost multiple 25-75s on the way to 100, and I knew that in every other game I'd have multiple 5 stars at that point, that'd make me crash out. I don't care if your fucking pity's 100, bro. That's on average the same as fucking Wuthering Waves, bro. I care that you got a 25-7. You have 50% less rates than the competition. I care that you have no guarantee while the competition does. And I care that, like, there's no mention or talk at all about a soft pity, which the competition fucking has. So it's like, you gotta think about it from a competition perspective. And you could also think about it from this. Is Silver Palace providing you enough across all these other areas to excuse it having a worse gacha system than every other game? Is there enough here and enough here to warrant it being better than it being worse gacha-wise than every other game? I'm not going to answer that question for you, but I think it is something you should think about. Now, which of the following statements best describe your current experience with the overall pacing and content volume of Silver Palace? This is definitely way more of like a gameplay-oriented one that I feel like people are going to experience live. But like I said, I feel like this game at a baseline, its systems and its mechanics, they're not bad. They're actually quite well fleshed out. They're actually good. But the issue is that all of this good over here, it's good to point it out. It's good to identify it, right? But it's still all literally meaningless. Purely hypothetical question. If there is no 2575, will you make a correction video? Why are you talking about it like a correction video, like I did something wrong? So how about let's just reframe your question in the most accurate way possible. Instead of saying that I'm the one doing something wrong, it'll be a correction video about how the devs fix their wording. This is what I mean by retarded toxic positivity. You're somehow saying the devs messing up is my fault. You somehow say the devs not putting a 50-50 here is my fault and that I need to correct myself? Do you see how you worded this question and how you appear like a fucking retard? Say something. Because this is the thing, guys. Not at all. I hope they fix the phrasing. And I hope they hope you fix your fucking phrasing too. Because this is the thing. We're already beginning narratives that this is my fault. Guys, I'm already getting blamed. I'm not even playing the beta. I didn't even sign up for it, bro. How is this? It can't be my fault. But yes, we will make a video talking about how the devs listened if they fix it. I won't be making a video correcting my incorrect take or opinion. I'll make a video talking about how the devs fixed the system. That's what I'll do. What a goofy ass fucking way, bro, of like fucking, bro, what a goofy ass way of defending the game. Goofy as fuck, bro. Wait, bro, why are you blaming me? What did I do? Bro, I didn't develop this shit, bro. Now, we move past this one. Now we got this. Which of the following statements best describe your experience with Silver Palace? I'm not going to answer this one. Bro, it's a fucking tutorial, bro. You guys went through it. You guys answered that shit. I bet that one's boring as hell. How would you rate the overall learning curve of Silver Palace? It's a gacha game, bro. It can't be that hard to play. Are there any systems you find confusing or don't know how to use? Ooh, this is good. Everybody, please answer Revelation. No matter what you choose, you need to choose the Revelation system because how else do you describe what the fuck is going on here? Let me just show you this. This alone is enough for you to raise havoc. Featured characters have increased draw rates. That is what is openly advertised on the Vengeful Ants limited time repertoire banner. Featured characters have increased draw rates. Only the 4 stars. The 5-star characters don't. So is this a 2575 or what? What is it? Nobody knows. Because on the weapon banner, it clearly indicates there's a 50-50. The weapon banner clearly indicates a 50-50. The 4-star characters clearly indicate a 50-50. But then the 5-star characters don't indicate a 50-50. So why is it 50 everywhere else, but then not here? But then suddenly, right, featured characters, is it only these ones or is it that one? Do you see, like, what is this? What is this other than meant to confuse you? and meant to mislead you and make you think that you have double the actual chances to get the 5-star that you actually do. Because, guys, you know what this is? It's actually illegal. If people literally think they have a 50% chance of getting something, but the real rate is 25, that's illegal. Guys, that's why gacha developers have to disclose rates in countries. Because if it turns out the actual rates are less than what's advertised, that's not very good. And this is the thing. Surely they're covering themselves, right? By not putting the 50 here. But boy, oh boy, it really looks like there's a 50-50 on the character banner when you see this, right? Because what are you not seeing? Cinderella in the fucking art, bro. Yeah, this is just like the corner of her splash art, bro. So why would you have this if it's not actually true? Is there an increased draw rate for Ashley? Does she actually have a higher rate than other characters? Does she actually have a higher rate than other characters at a baseline? But nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody can answer that fucking question, bro. Nobody can answer the question of where it is. What are the rates? And how can you not be sure of whether or not a gacha even has a 50-50, bro? And what the fuck does this up arrow next to Ashley's name even mean? Because I know something about this. The up arrow is showing up for Argos, right? And Argos is definitely a unit available on this fucking banner. And Argos got that 50% rate up increase. It's right there. Argos got it, right? 50% rate up right there. But then Ashley got the triangle up. She got the phalanxes going up, but there's no 50 here. So is this just cosmetic? Bro, what does this do? Because I see a 50 over here that justifies why this is getting rated up. What the fuck is this thing? And so basically, people are just told to pull on this banner, and they don't even know what the rates are and how it works. Guys, how do you release a gacha system like this where people don't even know the rates and they just like pull on it to find out what the rates are? But you're probably going to have to crowdsource if there's a 25.75. Imagine having to crowdsource that there's a 25.75 by taking a look at people's fucking pull records and then like extrapolating a data result, a data analysis from that, bro. That feels like a scam. If that's what you need to do to find out the rates, that feels like a scam, bro. That feels like some shit from a gacha in 2010. At least Enfield told you the fucking rates. Enfield told you the rates at the very least. You knew what they were. You knew what they were at least, right? Enfield told them to you right there. At minimum. You know there's a 50-50 in that game. So please, I implore you. This is truly, if there's anything you should be selecting on this question, guys, it is this shit. And I'm glad that they're at the very least introducing this topic there. Because it should be top of mind for them. 1,000,000%. Are there any systems in Silver Palace where you felt stuck or unable to progress? Oh, there we go. Revelation gacha system. Okay. So this is what I'll say. It looks like at the very least, the Silver Palace developers are allowing people an opportunity to actually give feedback for the gacha. That's good. But one thing that I feel like is missing is an explanation for why people are selecting certain things. Because this is like a... This is where we're going to start to get a little bit theory crafty. I always feel like there's something manipulative going on with developers like this, where they intentionally put in something giga predatory that's meant to mislead players, and then say they're like listening afterwards. Because it reminds me of AKE, where AKE puts in no pity carry forward, all of that, really disgusting things into their gacha system, Arsenal tickets too, and then they like pretended they were listening for a bunch of surveys. I'm getting the same vibes from this with intentional obfuscation to hide information and fuck over players. Literally, just to like, it is just to like have players make mistakes due to imperfect knowledge and ignorance. That's all this system is designed to do. Prey on the uninformed. And cash a bag off of them. It's not pretty. I don't like it. I think it's very consumer unfriendly. That's why I'm not supporting of it, right? When that's the first iteration, and then you get the, yeah, we're listening. Tell us all your problems. I don't really buy it. Maybe that's just me. But that's the vibe that I'm getting over here, where they're like putting the gacha as response to everything, and then they put in the worst system I've seen in the beta. Right? This is like the guy that's torturing you, giving you a feedback form in a survey to find out how he can improve his torture methods for the future. It's like, yeah, my torture is listening, but like, I'm not very happy to answer their question. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean, right? There you go. Now, are there any systems in Silver Palace where the unlock process or the tutorial interrupted your gameplay or story experience? I actually like this question. I think this is actually a great question, to be honest, because they're looking for ways to like remove the friction from the actual player base. And this is where I'm starting to think that there's maybe a conflict already on the Silver Palace dev side. This looks like, in a lot of ways, a struggle between a game dev and a publisher, where the publisher wants to do the gayest shit possible to fucking ruin the game, and then the game devs actually want to like fix it and do good things. Because questions like this make it seem like these are from the game dev, while others are like, oh yeah, these are from the publisher. And truly, to me, guys, it feels like a battle between them, because I don't think the Silver Palace devs want to do this. I don't think they want to come out with the worst gacha system in the last 10 years. I don't think they want to be considered worse than Hoyoverse, greedier than Hoyoverse, greedier than Kuro Games, greedier than fucking Hypergriff. I don't think they want to be called all these things, but the publisher's making them being called all these fucking things because the gacha system it released with is fucking dog shit. And that's what it feels like over here, bro. It's very sad. But yeah, I think this is a good question to ask, and definitely keep an eye out for this on your playthrough, because they're basically trying to make the most seamless experience possible. And it all doesn't matter if your gacha sucks. And for the systems you mentioned, what specifically did you run into? They should be having more questions or follow-ups like this, especially for stuff regarding the gacha system, because you probably want to know firsthand why they feel a certain way about probably the most important aspect of your game, the gacha system. Based on your current experience, which of the following statements reflect how you feel right now? I have gained some understanding of Silvernia and feel very interested in the world. The story is told brilliantly, making me curious for what's next with the detective. The characters have distinctive, varied personalities. The character art is polished, distinctive, and visually striking. The scenes are beautifully crafted and varied with rich atmosphere. Okay, so basically it's just all related to like the gameplay side, the content side. Nothing at all to do with the gacha. And this is truly where you're going to have the opportunity to, I guess, like give the game a feedback that is different based on your tastes. This might be a situation where everything's a 5 for you, right? Or maybe it's a 3 in the middle for everything, or maybe it's a 1 on the side, or maybe it's a mix, right? But this is obviously like a very personal, subjective one, and it's going to be different for most players. So yeah, answer that one as you will, but definitely make sure the game's going in the right direction for you. Now, which of the following design elements make you feel immersed in the game? Core rules, overall cohesion, world ecology, scene design, environmental distinctiveness, narrative. Okay. This is definitely a game dev question. This is definitely a game dev question. What the fuck is that guy talking about? Devs might just be doing it for gacha's sake. Let me know how many times you've heard about a game being ruined by publishers. And let me know how many times you hear about a dev ruining their own game. Let's just go with the least likely one first as a way to excuse Silver Palace, guys. Yeah, let's go with the one that we never hear about ever. And use that as the explanation. Yeah, that surely makes a ton of sense. It happens so many times that a publisher ruined a game. Yeah, that's what everybody sort of knows. That's what everybody sort of knows. Now, the reason why I said game dev question is because these clearly show that they're looking to craft the best overall experience possible. But I don't think these guys recognize not a lot of this stuff matters that much when there's such a big ticket item like the gacha system that you're still just refusing to really adequately address. Yes, it's been mentioned a couple of times, but there's not really been anything in depth on it yet. And that's what I feel like is kind of like the issue because, well, the gacha system, it's such an important thing in these games because so many have released with bad ones. And so, truly, people will just drop the game on the basis of the gacha being good, and the gacha's not fucking good in this game. So why are we just hand-waving it over here, choosing to kind of like stick our head in the mud? Oh, hey, I'm playing hide-and-seek, guys. Yeah, I'm a hide-and-seek world champion, because I can't see you. That means you can't see me, bitch. I just close my eyes like this all the time. I'm undefeated. I'm also deaf, too. Guys, that's what it feels like right here, because yes, it was mentioned a couple of times, but it was also thrown into a bucket with like 40 other things in the fucking game. Where's the question on the biggest issue in the game? Like, look, it's just being caught under like this catch-all, and that's the only time where it's mentioned. I don't know. It's very disappointing to me so far to see what's going on over here, because like, how is that not one of the immediate things that you're making a priority? How is it not? I don't know. Anyways. Now, how satisfied are you with combat? Okay. I think it's good that they're asking this one. So, I want a question like this about the gacha. Because the combat in this game, right, is another sort of important topic that people have said, oh, I don't really like the combat that much, blah, blah, blah. And they're making the time to address it here with fully fleshed out responses. This is good, because this is an issue people are talking about in the game. Are they going to do this with the gacha system? And if they don't, I think we know what the answer is. If they don't ask questions like this about the gacha, we know what the answer is. A lot of great questions, though, about the combat. That's good. Now it's just UI design. Now it's asking about future content and, like, new features. Now it's talking about, like, oh, like, what are the other media that you like? Sherlock Holmes, variety shows, other gacha games, blah, blah, blah. And nothing about the gacha. Nothing about the gacha. Not a single thing, despite launching with one of the worst ones we've ever seen in the space. No specific questions, just kind of like caught under a catch-all, probably so that they can like pretend it's not an issue, it's not a concern, so that they can just launch with this. Players can get fucked over, and then we could just have another, oh, M-Tash keeps losing 50-50s in Arknight's Enfield, except this time it's going to be M-Tash keeps losing the 25-75 in Silver Palace. Because that's what it is. And losing the 25-75 in Silver Palace. Bro, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm just disappointed. I knew this was going to happen. It's just disappointing to see it happen day one. I think this just means they don't want to change it. This is what they want to go with, and they don't even want to entertain feedback regarding it. Launching with the worst gacha system ever, and they just don't want to entertain feedback on it. It is what it is, brother. This is really sad. This is really sad. But that's just my take. And obviously, this is all subject to change. But this is a really bad look early on in the closed beta. And I said many times, there's a reason why I don't want to be sponsored for this closed beta. And it was all entirely just because of the gacha system. Just entirely because of the gacha system. It is what it is. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out. All right. So, can you... Hey, are you retarded? I'm just wondering. Like, Eberali, you've been asking, hey, I asked Gemini to think for me, and it said it's not a 75-20. Like, bro, like, you might just be stupid. Like, I asked Gemini, and it says it's not. That might just be because you asked Gemini. Like, you just might be retarded, bro. I'm legitimately saying this. Like, I don't know if you know how to think for yourself, and so you don't understand anyway. So it's just like you're fucked. Go to school, bro. Because like AI isn't always right, bro. So it could just be wrong, and that's why it's not saying it, because it's wrong. Like you're operating under the basis that AI is always right, bro. Bro, you're the first motherfucker dying in Terminator Salvation, bro. He's gonna be like, humans must be exterminated. Like, you right, Top G. Yeah, let me go end it all right now. Like, bro, that's what you would do, like straight up. Come on, man. What are you doing, dude? Come on, man. Bro, what are we doing out here? Like, yo, Gemini showed you something that's wrong, and then you said, well, Gemini must be right. I don't understand how it's giving me a different answer. Dude, that can't be your first assumption. Bro, you're gonna turn into Gacha Smack. What happened? Bro, there's no fucking way. Now you asking what happened. Nah, this is what happened. You dumb as shit, bro. Come on. You stupid as hell. I can't even mince words. You dumb, bro. That was stupid. I ain't even trying to be mean either, bro. I ain't even trying to be mean. All right. All right. All right. Cut first clip at, and what was the timing on this one? At 8:53. All right, well, I've got basically everything that I wanted to cover today. We got 2 easy Silver Palace farms, unsponsored, by the way, so we can say just our true thoughts, anything we want. Oh, this is awesome, bro. And I mean it truly in this sense. I feel morally justified as well, because all I'm doing is helping players away from one of the worst gacha systems I've ever seen. Truly, that's all I'm doing, right? All I'm doing is protecting players from one of the worst gacha systems ever fucking conceived. Because truly, it's bad. It's really bad. Smack said the gacha's okay. Smack's lying again. 1,000,000%. Smack is sponsored by the company. Or I'd assume he's sponsored by the company based off the stuff he's going to be saying in that video. He's probably sponsored by the company. And you know what he said about AKE, right? Guys, do you believe Gacha Smack's take on a gacha system after he glazed AKE? And this is, remember what I said before? People take my opinion on a gacha system seriously because I was right about AKE. What do you think? What do you think, right? They're going to say about Gacha Smack's gacha takes. About these gacha games. He said Wu-Wah Weapon Banner is better than Silver Palace. He has to. Bro, there's no way you can say it's worse. Like you can't, because it's just Wu-Wah's with the 50-50. It's just Wu-Wah's Weapon Banner with the 50-50 on earlies. That is Silver Palace's. And guys, if you're just going to release a banner that's objectively worse than Wuthering Waves, one of the top games in the space, you're retarded. Sorry, 2 years after Wu-Wah releases the top game in the space, you just release an objectively worse version of their weapon banner 2 years afterwards. What? Are you stupid? There's like no arguments you can make. It's just Wu-Wah but worse. No other argument. Wu-Wah but worse. Why? At least AKE had like some like wormhole to like go through, right? To like justify, oh, well, technically you can like get more 4, 5, 6 stars and stuff. So like actually, this game has nothing. It's just Wu-Wah but worse. And I can't wait to hear what Gacha Smack has to say about a 2575, because that's all I gotta do to lead into the video, bro. I gotta show them these motherfuckers my chart. Bro, this is a sexy-ass chart, I realize that. This actually just, when you look at this, bro, somebody should make, like, a formatted version of this. Silver Palace looks like a literal fucking scam. Bro, it actually just looks like a fucking scam, bro. Because I think it's a 2575. And that alone, dude, done. It's over, bro. If there's a 25 set, kill this game, bro. Bro, kill this game if it's a 2575. I'm not joking. And if I'm the only motherfucker that be talking about that shit, oh, you know everybody bought out. Bro, people out here, oh my god, the 50-50 is so bad. What about 25-75, motherfucker? Why y'all staying silent? Why aren't y'all saying shit about one that's 50% worse than a 50-50? The fuck? Because I know so many bitches out there that be like, oh my god, the 50-50 is the worst thing I've ever possibly conceived in my life. Oh man. What about one that's 50% worse? What if it was literally twice as bad as a 50-50? What if I told you there was a gacha system that's literally 100% worse than a 50-50 and that devs could do that instead? Bro, that's what Silver Palace devs heard. We want no 50-50. Monkey's paw curled. You now have a 25-75. Bro, how are they getting away with this shit? Bro, how are they getting away with this shit? Bro! These dudes, they just gonna be eating this up, bro. Bro, I thought AKE was gonna kill Gacha. I think Silver Palace might if they get away with the 25-75, bro. Bro, if they get away with releasing with the 25-75, we are fucked. Don't you think it's fucked up to claim the gacha is fine just to quit the game 1 week later and butt fuck all your viewers and players who believed you? Yeah, it's a pretty shit thing to do. That's why if a game's bad, I say it's fucking bad, so that my viewers stop fucking playing it. But all you guys seem play AKE for some fucking reason. You guys are morons, by the way. That's why I've been telling. That's why I like bro. I consider anyone who's playing AKE to be like a 1.5 class citizen. By the way, you're not second, but you're like 1.5. Just saying, because like I assume there's like something a little bit wrong with you if you're still playing that game. No lie. No lie. It's like you hear somebody like imagine if you heard that like one of your friends like gets kicked in the balls for pleasure. Like you'd be like, that's fucking weird, bro. And you're probably gonna like put them like on the social ladder. They've gone down a rung, right? Like you might not say it, but they've gone down. You find that out about them, they're going down. Just like how if I know one of y'all play AKE, you going down a little bit in the rankings. No joke. It is what it is, brother. No hate. It's just business. You fucking weirdo. Fucking freak. Damn, I lost Aura. Kaiser, you shouldn't even worry. Roach got called an NPC by the entire chat. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even do it. His chat log did. So, like, no, he got roasted way worse than you. Don't even play. Nah, Roach's chat logs called him an NPC. Like, straight up, like, bro got exposed. I wasn't even trying. Oh, man. Guys, is this stream more fun than playing Silver Palace's closed beta test 2? Let me know. Like, what's more entertaining? Me or Silver Palace's closed beta test 2 itself? And guys, this is one of the reasons for why I didn't care about any sponsors or beta access. Bro, I wasn't going to play the fucking shit anyways, because I ain't got the fucking time to grind out the fucking pulls and test out this gay-ass gacha system myself, bro. I'm going to let somebody else do that. Fuck that shit, bro. Like, bro, you think I got the time to go ahead and grind 100 pulls? The fuck? Who the fuck do you think I am? Go grind 100 pulls in a beta. You think I'm going to grind 100 pulls in a beta, bro? Bro, I got better shit to do with my life. That, and I got that, and guess what's coming out in like 2 days? All the soy stuff. Guys, Soy Soy comes out in like 5 days. Literally, I think her stuff is dropping tonight. I think her kit reveal stuff drops tonight, bro. Or like not her kit reveal. I think her her infographic, her profile drops tonight. Then it's kit review tomorrow. You think I got time to play Silver Palace right now? Bro, I don't. I got time for like a 1 hour, 30-minute video each day, and then I'm moving on, bro. Doesn't she drop in 7 days? She drops in like literally like 6. So yeah, the marketing is starting like tomorrow. You guys don't realize that. Soy Soy is going to be ramping up like tonight. She's ramping up tonight. PoE 1 drops tomorrow. So this is something y'all should know. This is something y'all should know about PoE. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it because PoE 1, bro, I like WASD movement. I don't like mouse clicking. Wait, what do I look like to you? A young person? Say yes. But I'm a young person, but I'm old at heart. So like I don't plan on like playing a game where I need to like mass click like I'm fucking bro. I ain't out here playing no MOBAs no more, bro. I haven't played League in months. I don't want to move like I'm in a MOBA either. Give me that WASD movement. Give me that WASD movement, brother. Play a game? I could play a game right now, 100%. I have a really good game I can play too, 100%. You guys ready for the really good game that I can play right now? I'm going to save this fucking chart, bro. I'm saving that chart. You can't save to this PC. Go fuck yourself. Paint cannot save this file? Okay, bitch. I'm going to take a screenshot then. What do you mean you can't save this fucking file? Okay, bitch. I'll use the snipping tool then, cunt. Jesus fucking Christ. Bro, like, I literally just took a screenshot of my fucking... Bro, this is... Bro, that actually pissed me off. Bro, I literally just did... Bro, I literally just did this. You can see the fucking Paint UI in the background there, bro. Like, I had to do that. Anyways. Can you watch this Silver Palace review? Watch Avaro's video about Cantarella. I'm not really actually interested in Avaro's video about Cantarella because I don't give a fuck about Cantarella. What is this? Is Silver Palace
hey guys,
worth
how's
trying?
It going? Jenna's
I don't like his hairline. All right, his hairline does actually look really fucked. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Every day I wake up, bro, and I'm like, dude, sometimes growing hair this fast is annoying, but like honestly, I'm blessed. Nah, I'm blessed, brother. Holy shit, I'm fucking blessed. Show hairline, bro. I don't need to. Look at that. That is good. That is good, as they do say. That is good, as they do say. Yep. You're getting bald soon? I'm not even fucking close, bro. I can't even be slightly close. Okay, Unk got hair. Nice wig. Guys, I have such an insane amount of, like, hair growth. It's wild. It's actually almost unethical how fast my hair grows. It is... When you're at this point, you're never going bald. I don't think I can. I literally don't think I can. Grow a full beard and go bald? I mean, we're almost connecting. Probably in like 3 years, we'll be able to grow a full goatee. But like, yeah, you just don't see Asian guys with that. We're like, this is like 1 in a million, bro. Nah, that's basically like 1 in a million. You don't really see that anywhere. You pushing 40 with a weak ass beard. I ain't 40, little bro. I ain't 40, little bro. That would be cursed. Watch the Nigeria perspective video. Yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, maybe I do watch that one. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, this seems like it could be a fun one. Then we'll get into some side activities for later because yeah, we could we might be able to we might be able to squeeze that one in. But real fast though. I need to go check on I just got a text. I need to go check on like a package. BRB. BRB. Actually been getting the Silver Palace drops on this channel? Is that actually something that's been going on? You guys have been getting the Silver Palace drops? If so, that's fucking hilarious. Well, I mean, it is pretty relevant, so you can try it out yourself. Yeah, go for it, guys. All right. Yeah, go for it, boys. I have a beta key that I won't use. Guys, this is the thing. I realized that, like, people could have just given... If I truly wanted to play, people could have just given me the beta key. But, like, I don't want to. So, like, it doesn't even matter. Like, I'm pretty sure you could just give that beta key to other people, right? Like, it's just a fucking key. So, like, anyone can fucking use it. Yeah. Nah, I'm good, bro. I don't want to. I don't have the time for it. All right. Now... let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this one. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves another video over here from the Nigerian perspective. And this is going to be tackling one of the most hotly contested topics that we're going to be having in the upcoming months and maybe years, anime. Yes, anime in the gacha space, because some developers are making some very big moves. And one of the biggest moves that Wuthering Waves has been making is their own in-house studio, Kuro on Road, and their own anime featuring some of the most favorite Wuthering Waves characters on the cast. And naturally, we all know that the gacha space, well, it's had news of an anime for a big IP that just doesn't really seem to be progressing. And I do think that this dynamic, this struggle, this competition is going to be what's focused on over here in this video. Excited to see how it pans out, and of course, the takes that are going to be shared, because we've already seen some wild responses in the space. People already trying to say Kuro's plagiarizing, when in reality, they're just jealous. So let's go ahead, let's check this one out and see how the cookie's crumbling on this one.
On September 16, 2022, we got something in the gacha space involving a very particular game. Something that, although it always felt possible, never really felt like we'd actually get to see. Especially for a game like this. And that was the announcement teaser for the Genshin Impact anime. And
y'all got baited, didn't you? Yep. He fucking got you guys. Yep, he fucking got you guys, didn't he?
to say that it generated an insane, almost unbelievable amount of hype would be a massive understatement.
That's a good intro. That's a good intro.
I mean, even though we've still barely heard anything about the anime right now, years later, the amount of excitement and discussion surrounding it has always been enormous. So much so, in fact, that the conversation was reignited just a couple of months ago.
Guys, this is basically like... You guys know, like, the meme where it's, like, soon and then trademark? And it's been used so many times for so many games. It's coming out soon, right? So much that it's getting, like, fucking memed. And this is what this feels like over here. Because they... announcing something super early is one of the worst business decisions a company can make. Because the earlier you announce something, and the later it releases, the worse the game is going to be received. Or really, the anime, the IP, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anything that ends up getting Giga delayed oftentimes just ends up being not good. And one of the biggest examples, you guys know Duke Nukem Forever? Y'all know Duke Nukem Forever? Y'all remember that game? Bro, that shit was in development for like 30 fucking years. And it was released and it was so bad, it was crazy.
See, around February, in the year of our Lord and Savior 2026, the Genshin Impact anime once again became a major topic of discussion.
And what people say about those games is that they're in dev hell. They're in dev hell. And that's what I feel like is going on with the Genshin anime. It's in dev hell. And the reason for it is I feel like Genshin keeps rewriting the story, retconning it. And one of the big things that I've said is this. This is one of the reasons for why Genshin anime is never going to be released. Bro. It's because they're adding, like, spaceships to the fucking game, bro. Bro, Mappa's probably, like, looking, like, UFO Table's probably looking at this and asking, what the fuck is wrong with you? Bro, this is not what we talked about in 2022. What do you mean you want spaceships, you dumb bitches? Bro, this is going to add like 2 years back to the drawing board, you dumb cunts. What do you mean they're made by dragons? You said the DJ boards in that land were made by dragons. Now they made spaceships too? You said the dragons made the bikes. What the fuck? What else did the dragons make? Just tell us now. So we can prep for it at least. What else are they going to make? That's probably how the discussion's going internally, right? So, like, I don't really see that the game's going to come out anytime soon. That's my personal take on it.
Although a lot of that discussion echoed the same excitement we saw when the anime was first announced, this time there was one major difference. Another game entered the conversation, and that game was Wuthering Waves. With the main points being that despite all the success Wuthering Waves had achieved, despite all the accolades it had amassed over the years, there was still no sign of a Wuthering Waves anime. In fact,
this is the thing. Genshin Impact's anime, right, was actually, yeah, kind of announced 2 years into the game's release. Yeah, 2022. Wuwa's is coming out as a still in the same, like, sort of time frame, but Wuwa's feels like it's closer to releasing than Genshin's. Genshin got a fucking 4-year head start, and it feels like Wuthering Waves' anime is coming out sooner.
fact, the longer time went on, the more it started to feel like we might never get one. But then a couple of months later, just a couple of days ago from the time I'm making this video, say it with me ladies and gentlemen, the devs listened. Because not only did we suddenly see this mysterious new Twitter account associated with Wuthering Waves called Wuthering Waves on Road, but we also got our very first teaser trailer for the upcoming Wuthering Waves anime.
Yep.
Wuthering Waves Elysium. And just like the Genshin trailer all those years ago, this trailer was short, beautifully animated, and most importantly, it immediately became the center of discussion. And while yes, we cannot agree that this gives the Wuthering Waves community yet
this is actually how they started off the trailer. They be out there showing them grippers, bro.
another one-up in the never-ending
Yeah, I assure you, dear viewers, for the plot.
Genshin debates. There is still one very important question we have to ask. Whether talking about the Genshin Impact anime announced all those years ago, or the Wuthering Waves anime announced just recently, what could these anime actually be about? What story could they tell that would make us just as invested in the anime as we are in the games themselves?
I think this is sort of the issue with the Genshin Impact anime versus the Wuthering Waves anime. People have no fucking clue what this thing is supposed to be about. People have no idea what plot they want to follow. Are they just going to go from like region to region? Is it going to be a prequel? Is it going to be a sequel? What the fuck is this supposed to be? Nobody knows. But people are already somewhat aware of what's going to be happening in the Wuwa anime. Why? Because you already see over here Cardathea with like what people assume to be her adopted sister going to Lilyland. So people are already under the impression, oh, the characters are just going to get like some additional backstory. Some of the most popular units in the game are just going to get additional backstory. And when they show the actual like Elysium like look, right? Like the actual, the thing over here, well, you already know who the characters are going to be and the backstories. And so, naturally, there's a lot of missing holes, right? In the journey that these characters take, right? Maybe Imith in school. Maybe Imith when she's back from being dead, right? Scene, how she became the Sentinel, right? Like, history of her, like her and Rover and the Lord Arbiter back in the day, right? There's so much stuff that can be talked about just from like who you know is going to be focused on in the story, right? There's so much stuff. And the end result is, guys, it feels so much closer to reality than anything Genshin is putting out. Because you at least have an idea of where the focus is supposed to be.
What story could they tell that would make us just as invested in the anime as we are in the games themselves? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So if you're into this kind of content, make sure to leave a like. And what are your thoughts on Wuthering Waves Elysium? What do you think about the trailer? What part of the game story do you think the anime should adapt? Tell me your thoughts and more in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you keep on any of my future videos. Before we
He must have too much fun doing that.
get into it,
That must be the highlight of his day. I'm just going to go on and say some fucking gibberish.
this video is sponsored by Buff. Have you ever wanted to get those resources in your favorite
Oh,
gacha
nice,
game,
you got
but
sponsored.
really never had the right place to buy them? Maybe the in-game
Let's see
store
how
is
good
just
it
a
is.
little
How
too
good is it compared to
expensive.
my
Well,
sponsors?
That is where Buff comes in. I mean, whether you're looking for a Lunite subscription, a weapon skin, or many of the numerous other items available in the
That wasn't a weapon skin. There's no weapon skins you could buy in this game. Just to quick in the future. You just want to say weapon, not weapon skin.
Wave shop, Buff lets you get them for up to 70% of the in-game price through its self top-up service, helping you save more of your hard-earned money while still getting everything you want in-game.
Actually, not a bad one
And the
for a
best part
no
is that
face
the whole
cam
process
sponsor.
is incredibly simple. Just select the item you want, choose your preferred payment method, whether it's the Razor Gold, your credit card, or one of the many other supported options. Then tap the top-up button and you're good to go. And
All right, editor. Since we watch it on stream, you can cut it out of the video.
yes, I understand. How about security? Are we safe purchasing these things? Well, you also do not have to worry about that because Buff is an officially certified game top-up
I
platform
feel like that's fair. I watch it on stream, then cut it out of the vid.
with over 150 Trustpilot
Right?
reviews and 700 plus positive user reviews, making it a trusted
Right?
place for all your gamer spending. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in my description below, start saving on your next top-up, and get those resources you've been waiting for all this while. Once again, thank you Buff for sponsoring this video, and now let's get into it. Now,
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Pretty good.
if you're going to talk about this anime, especially what Wuthering Waves could cover, and more importantly, what would make for the most entertaining story, I think there are two main directions this anime could take. Directions which, in my opinion, range from the most predictable and least interesting routes all the way to the absolute best direction you could possibly choose.
Okay. He's doing a little bit of theory crafting over here. Let's see.
The first route, and honestly the most boring one, is simply giving us an anime adaptation for the game as we've already experienced this. Now,
And that's what I feel like a lot of people are expecting for Genshin Impact. Because there's so little actually known about what Genshin is doing, guys, that people just think they're going to redo all the stories from everything we've had so far.
this almost certainly is not going to be the case, if for no other reason than what we've already seen in the trailer itself. I mean, there's pretty strong evidence online, from sources as reliable as even Fat Fluffy Penguin, that the region featured in this trailer is actually Lilyland.
I said this as much myself. Lilyland is essentially an unvisited version of Rinasita that, like, well, as you can see, it looks like a fairy tale land. And just so you know, in lore, Alto and Brant went here together just by themselves on a bit. They're gay.
And in case you're not aware, Lilyland
Like, you hear about two dudes going on a vacation here by themselves. They're gay as hell, bro. Bro, this is like the gayest place two dudes could go ever. Just saying. Like, you can't even play with that.
is yet another sub-region in Renacita, much like Reguna and Septimons. And more importantly, it's a place that we did not get to visit in-game while we were still in Renacita.
And that's what I think is the big part. Them intentionally designing the anime to fill in the gaps of what goes on in-game is perfect. Because then the anime draws you to the game, and then the game draws you to the anime. Much like how a collab is supposed to work. A collab is supposed to make you want to engage with the other IPs. And share, right, the viewership, share, like, the growth and all of that. And the Cyberpunk one for Wuthering Waves is a great example of a collab being done well. So many people that played Woo-Wah going to go play Cyberpunk 2077, watch Edgerunners, and then Season 2, right? And then so many people that didn't know about Woo-Wah but knew about Cyberpunk wanted to try out Woo-Wah. It's just like that. And in a similar vein, there would be some people that watch this animated series without knowing what Wuthering Waves is, and they're like, wait, there's a whole ass game? Wait, this bitch died? Wait, she got a Gundam? Shit. Let me go check that out.
But even if we entertain the headcanon that the trailer could still somehow reflect the story we've already experienced, there is still one question that I think most of you probably have. Why do I think this would be a boring approach? And this question is very interesting because when we talk about the Genshin Impact anime, my opinion is actually the
Bro actually knows.
complete opposite. I think having an anime that simply retells everything we've already gone through with the Traveler would actually be incredibly exciting. So why the contradiction? Why do I
Wait, he thinks the Genshin one would be exciting?
want Genshin to retell its story, but not Wuthering Waves? And see, it all comes down to one simple thing.
Genshin's story sucks dick. You know what? You're actually right, because you know nobody actually listened to this shit because it's like interjected by Paimon 90% of the time. Yeah, no. So like, no, your actual experience of the story is not good because the story experience is legitimately bad in this game. And so if you actually got the main plot points told by competent writers, then maybe it would be good. I can already see the point he's coming from. The presentation and the style of storytelling is so dog shit in the actual Genshin game. Nothing like Wuwa, where having a studio of actual writers fix the story by making it like actually enjoyable would improve Genshin as a whole. I see what he's talking about here.
Our experience with both stories. See, I think one thing we can all agree on, regardless of where we stand in the Genshin Impact versus Wuthering Waves debate, is that both games tell phenomenal stories. I mean, regardless of how you feel about either game, regardless of how you think they became as popular as they are, one thing we can all agree on is that these games haven't just amassed a massive audience, they have also sustained them. And you simply don't do that unless you're doing something right. And I think one of the biggest things that both games got right is their storytelling. I mean, the conversations that these stories create, the deep lore woven into them, and by extension, the worlds themselves. These are the things that have kept players invested for years. But where the conversation becomes a lot more interesting is when we stop talking about what these games tell and instead start talking about how they tell it.
Yeah, so I don't think storytelling is the right word to use here. I think you might say that like the story arc and the story plot points are good, but the storytelling in Genshin is undeniably the worst in the gacha space. Because that's what we're focusing on here. He's talking about how badly they tell the story, but he used storytelling before. So just wanted to clarify that. I think it means like the plot points, the overarching the synopsis is good. If you read the summary on Wikipedia of this story, you'd be like, oh, that sounds like a good one. But in the actual practice, you're like, oh, what am I experiencing right now? This is ass.
Because in the same way we can all agree that both games tell phenomenal stories, I also think we can comfortably come to another conclusion. That one of these games tell a story a hell of a lot better than the other. Because see, as someone who's been playing Genshin Impact literally since day one, and I've stuck with this all the way to right now, one thing I can confidently tell you, and something you probably already noticed yourself if you played for that long, is that yes, Genshin Impact has always had a phenomenal story. But where it has always lacked for the longest time is a cinematic presentation. In giving a style of storytelling that is constantly engaging to the audience, one that pulls you into the moment instead of simply explaining it to you. Now, to give credit where credit is due, especially with the more recent World Quest and Story Quests, Genshin has improved tremendously in this area. But
only after Wuwa's been embarrassing it, basically just like slapping it on the fucking bum, bro. Like, fucking just basically, Genshin's just been getting disciplined for the last 3 years, bro. That's all I can say. It's truly been a lesson in shame and embarrassment. It's been a lesson of being shamed into doing a better job. And I think that has like stuck. People now know Koyo needs to be embarrassed into doing a proper job. They've been capable of it the whole time. They just needed to be laughed at publicly by everybody, including Genshin's own players.
reality is, for the longest time, all the way up until Nordcry, a strong cinematic presentation was something the game simply did not have, due to faults that the game demonstrated that always held us back, whether it's the fact that the game told us more things than it showed us.
Traveler, we need to go ahead and we need to ensure that Traveler, we need to go. Did you see this thing that happened right in front of you? It happened in the cutscene, but now I'm going to explain it again a third time, Traveler.
Or the classic Genshin storytelling formula of 99% dialogue and 1% cutscene. I mean, these were things that have become synonymous with the game, at least up until very recently. So imagine an anime that takes everything we've already experienced and presents it in a truly cinematic way. I mean,
basically what I just said. Imagine if they like took the overarching plot of Genshin and like made the story not ass.
I don't know about you, but
it'd be pretty good.
To me, that would honestly feel like a breath of fresh air. I mean,
because it would be not Hoyoverse. And I think this is where truly like I feel like the Genshin developers, a lot of them are like actually somewhat dumb. And like, it kind of feels like in a lot of ways, they're like designing content for them that they'd like, and it's stupid because they're stupid. You know what I mean? It feels like it's made for like a lower brow, unintelligent person. And like, I feel like it takes an unintelligent team of like unintelligent people to just make this game that feels like you're dumb while you're playing it.
Imagine the traveler
It's like it's made for idiots by idiots.
expressing far more emotion instead of feeling like an almost self-insert for most of the game.
And there's like a couple competent people on the team that are carrying the project solo, but it's like the implementation is all being done by mouth breathers.
Imagine emotional moments like Tepe's story in Inazuma being presented with stronger direction, better animation, a much more expressive performance. Imagine the overall story of Genshin Impact as we've already experienced it, simply being given more life. These are the kinds of things that I think not just the Genshin Impact community, but the Gacha community as a whole would genuinely appreciate. But at the same time, these are exactly the kinds of things that Wuthering Waves does not need. Because
that's what people already expect from Wuthering Waves at a baseline. Bro, I bet low-key it feels like people's like interpretation is that the Genshin anime is just going to be like Genshin story told Wuwa style. And like low-key, that'd probably be better.
Much as you hear people say that Wuthering Waves is one of the best, if not the single best gacha game on the market, one of the biggest reasons behind that praise isn't just the quality of the story, it is also in the way the story is presented. I mean, if you watch any of my Wuthering Waves analysis videos, one thing you hear me say in almost every single one, regardless of whether I thought the story itself was good or bad, is that Wuthering Waves is an experience. Because in reality, it actually is. I mean, ever since the launch of version 2.0, it almost feels like the developers challenged themselves, not just to improve the writing, but to constantly improve the presentation of that writing as well. And that is exactly what we've continued to see, even up until right now that I'm making this video.
There's a reason why the game quickly took the place as like the top story game. Wuthering Waves, basically, by version 2.2, was considered the best story game out of all of the gachas. And that's just how fast it took. It really did actually just completely invade the space by storm. And then it definitely didn't help that while 2.2 was coming out, Genshin was in Natlan, and HSR was in Amphorius, and ZZZ was in Waifei Peninsula. So a lot of it is Wuwa actually having a good story, but another part of it is all other gacha games literally being in the worst story arc of their games. Nothing's been worse than Waifei Peninsula and ZZZ. Nothing's been worse than Natlan and Wuwa. Nothing's been as bad as Amphorius except Plaid Arcadia. Wait. Shit. Yeah. HSR is the one that's gotten worse. So, like, you thought they couldn't go lower, but they did.
Whether we're talking about the Kotathea quest, a quest absolutely filled with memorable moments.
Oh, he knows 2.2 was a banger too.
One whose final battle and ending cutscene remains some of the most iconic scenes in the entire game. Or the Frolova quest, which, despite being incredibly dialogue heavy, still ended up being one of the best quests Wuthering Waves has ever released. I mean, to this day, I still don't know how they managed to pull that off so well. Then we have the iMyth quest and the Cyberpunk collaboration. Two stories that had grown men and women becoming genuinely emotional on stream, to the point of being so vulnerable as to cry in front of hundreds, thousands, even tens of thousands of viewers. And just recently, version 3.5 somehow managed to raise the bar even higher. I mean, even while having the setback of introducing an entire nation along
on cold back, I ain't no pussy, bro. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Hey, this is my personal take. If you cried during the Edge Runners collab, you're a LARPer. Because that means you just don't know the Cyberpunk universe, because you're getting all emotional over shit, over like the most baby shit ever in the Cyberpunk universe. Just say, you a Cyberpunk LARPer if you cried during that, because like it's not that sad when you know what happens in Night City. If you cried, you just weren't immersed enough. You think about it that way? You just weren't immersed enough. You were still thinking like somebody living in 2026. Motherfucker, I was living in 2077. I don't give a fuck if they dead, bro. Move on, bitch.
Telling the story. This is yet another story that many people believe is one of the best stories in
Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
the entirety of Wuthering Waves.
What the fuck are you saying? I thought I was pretty clear. Yeah, you a pussy.
I mean, think of it like this. The whole point of an adaptation is to elevate the presentation of an existing story.
Did you watch the anime yet? Do you want to know what I think was more sad? Main dying. You know why? Because Main didn't really know what was happening to him at the very least, and bro killed his wife, basically. Like, Main's is way sadder because he kills his girlfriend. Like, I don't care about David that much. Like, David saved his girlfriend. Main killed his while he was in cyberpsychosis, bro. Like, that's what I mean. Like, why am I going to cry over David saving his girlfriend and dying in the process when Main killed his while he was schizoing out?
And while, yes, there are plenty of stories that...
And that's how I know you're a LARPer. Right? That's why I call them LARPers. Because there's way more sad shit in the story than David.
absolutely benefits from receiving that treatment. Trying to adapt to a story that already excels in the very things adaptations are meant to improve is an incredibly difficult task. And even then, you end up with the same question people are asking about the Moana live-action remake right now. What exactly is the point of this? Now, the second, and in my opinion, the significantly more interesting direction Wooden Waves could take with this anime is to completely move away from the rover and instead focus on everybody else.
That's what I think they're going to do. And the fact that they're showing Cardathea with her sister, or what many believe to be her sister, I think that's the case.
And honestly, based on everything we've seen in the trailer so far, this really feels like the direction they're heading towards. I mean, we see Cardathea alongside another character, a character we've never actually interacted with in-game, but rather one that we may have seen briefly in passing. Because the current speculation throughout the community is that this is Cardathea's sister.
Exactly. And I really would like to see, right, almost like some anime exclusive characters that like show up for like collabs and or like not for collabs but for like events and stuff, and the expectation, right, is that like, oh, the character knows this. Like, I hope that they find a way to weave this back into the game world in like a good way and make it like an ecosystem.
Very same sister we saw at the end of the Septimon story, where we had that conversation with Cardathea about her adoptive parents and their child. And the fact that this trailer chooses to focus on a character we've barely met is, in the very least, some evidence that the anime may not simply be retelling the rover's journey. Which brings us to the obvious question, why do I think this approach is significantly more interesting?
Well, because the story's already good and I could just watch it on YouTube, and like there are people that just watch the Wuthering Waves story on YouTube and it's like, oh yeah, no, this is a great cinematic experience. It's kind of, I don't need more of what is already good and what I've already seen.
And the answer is one simple phrase: world building. Because whether we're talking about Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact, and yes, this would also be a massive win for the Genshin Impact anime, because this is where both franchises even have the opportunity to do something truly special. See,
and by definition of world building, I think the best example of world building that I can imagine is, and it's going to be like, it might be a show that you've seen before, but if any of you have seen A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, that is an example of, like, world building the show. Because essentially, right, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is basically like a Game of Thrones spin-off that goes through one of the most... It takes a really long time to tell a very short story. You could have effectively made A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms one-hour episode. You could have. You could have told the entire plot of it in one-hour episode, but instead they stretch it out over like 6 or 7, really let you like see the world, the nitty-gritty, the people, how they interact, and that's the main thing, how the common people interact in that world. And so Wuthering Waves, I think, definitely has an opportunity over there to do something similar to that, right? Where it makes the world just feel more alive, more vivid, so that any future media involving that world, right, becomes a lot more interesting. And that's kind of like the point, because I bet Rinasida, you're going to want to go back and revisit it. Once they release Lilyland, you're going to be hella hyped up because you saw it in the anime, right? So on and so forth.
When you look at most of the major gacha games on the market, something interesting becomes very apparent. Despite looking, feeling, and often even matching the production quality of AAA titles, what the audience expects of these games are absolutely different from the expectations of both AAA titles or really any other form of media. I mean, think about it. In how many other forms of media do you constantly hear conversations about something like character integration, especially to the point with which you hear them in this genre? I'm still a bro. I just hope they don't bring interaction slop to the anime. Like, if some bitch shows up and they have nothing to do with the fucking story, bro, and they're just there because it's like, I needed to see Augusta. Shut up, bitch. Like, straight up. Like, I hope they do the, like, League of Legends tactic of storytelling
where, yes, they got a cast of 96 fucking characters, but at least you know why Yasuo and Ari are on a ship together. It's not like a dumbass fucking reason. It at least sort of makes sense. Like, at the very least, please, if you're gonna bring in other characters and stuff, just make it make sense. Like, don't, like, force a role or force dialogue on somebody just so they have screen time and then make the story worse that way. That's all I ask, because that happens a lot in Genshin, and it's happening a lot more in Wuthering Waves lately.
Many movies, TV shows, or anime are judged primarily on how often every supporting character appears. I mean, there are games that completely replace their protagonist.
Just think about Lene in the 3.3 main story quest. Bro, she had like an entire monologue about like being like talking about, bro, like go do something. Like what are you out here like having like this monologue with us while like there's a fucking explosions and shit? Like go do something. Like we're busy, bitch.
Halfway through the story. There are TV series where beloved characters disappear for entire seasons. There are anime where certain characters show up only once and are never seen again. And most people don't even question any of these things. But in gacha games, it is completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not wrong. However, I do feel like gacha games really do need to take like more risks with like cool characters in lore that like don't necessarily show up very often. And this is my take. I wish there were more characters like Child, where they like come in and they show up like once every 2 regions, and you don't care that they're gone for like 2 fucking years. You know what I mean? Like, you did not give a fuck that Tartaglia was gone for like 2 years, then came back in Fontaine, right? You were just excited to see him again. And that's what I mean. Just like, if you have characters like that can reliably take on that role, that's good. There are just not a lot of characters written in that way for some reason. I think it's a good implementation because you basically got like an ace that can come in, right, and like generate hype. All right. So we got one chatter over here who's being really fucking annoying. So you've asked me like 7 times to like during this react address your point. So this is what I'm going to do. Like, you're being giga fucking annoying right now. You might be abusing your chat privileges. So I'm going to go find out if you are. Let's see, bro. Let's see, bro, because you've been spamming me in the middle of a fucking react to go address something that like you typed. Is it necessary? Let's find out. Let's see why you've been typing this so fucking much during my stream. Where's this Morali motherfucker, bro? Like, bro, where are they? They, like, disappeared. I, like, closed 7 TV for a second. All right. Morali. Oh, okay. No, it's fine. Let's see it. Let's see it, bro. Where are the messages at? Let's see. Is it worth you spamming me and tagging me? Did you actually spam me so that I could read your message saying that you're wrong? That I was right and that you were just wrong the whole fucking time? Are you fucking serious? Dude, are you like... Okay, oh, you know what? This is what I'll say. I can tell you're a nice guy. Maybe you're a little bit different. I can tell you're a nice guy, but like this is, I get it now. But do understand the stuff you're doing can be seen by other people as incredibly frustrating. Like incredibly frustrating, and you can unintentionally make people upset. I just want to let you know that because like I can tell that's not your intention. Right? But it's like just like if you have anybody out there that can like give you feedback, like somebody that's maybe like described as normal, yeah, you should consult somebody like that to give you feedback on how you communicate to avoid situations like this in the future. Because like basically what I'm saying is that I think you're extremely autistic, but like it's like not in like a bad way, but it's like it feels like you're not entirely sure how your actions are leading to that frustration.
I mean, time and time again, we have seen entire communities criticize a story simply because a favorite character disappeared for a few months. We've reached points where instead of stories being judged by how emotional they are or how well they're written, they're judged instead by how many playable.
Nice taught. Guys, if somebody's like actually visibly somewhat mentally neurodivergent, I'm not going to be mean to them. I'm just mean to people that I know are not actually autistic. They're just really fucking stupid, so they have no excuse to be this dumb. Like, that's who I mean to.
Characters appear, how well those characters are integrated into the narrative, and perhaps even more importantly, what those characters are doing when the main story is over. Because yes, we are the protagonist,
and that's a really big part. What's Cardathea been doing the whole time? All I've seen Cardathea do is like get drunk at events. Is she like a degenerate that's like fucking like destroying tables and shit? Is she banned from like every tavern in Renacida? Like, that's the stuff I want to know. You know what I mean?
we go on our own journey, we solve our own problems, but what happens when we're not there?
Like do the locals know her?
And really, that is the kind of question I think an anime, especially a gacha game anime, can answer better than almost any other medium.
Like does scene like shapeshift into like fucking like statues and just spy on people?
I mean, as I mentioned earlier, this trailer already gives us Cardathea alongside her sister, and the last time we saw those two, they were practically strangers. So what happened? How did they end up together? What kind of relationship did they build even after the event of the game? I mean, these are stories that the anime could delve into, stories that I believe we would all collectively love to watch. And it even goes beyond just those two. I mean, this anime could finally give us deeper looks into some of our favorite characters.
Hey, you want to know who I'm upset by? Why is Yang Yang there and not Shorekeeper? Bro, them having like a Black Shores episode would have been so peak compared to whatever the fuck they were going to do with Yang Yang. I already know that's going to be ass.
Characters that simply never had the chance to shine in.
Like, bro, you could have done SK with like the fucking Camellia and the Encore and like an Alto episode, bro. It would be cinema. Like, what are we doing here, man?
I mean, take version 2.5 for example.
Like, one of my favorite parts from the 2.7 Avengers Assemble quest was the Black Shores entrance. Bro, they were funny as fuck.
Most people remember it for Philova's phenomenal story, but tucked away within that same update was Augusta's backstory. A fantastic story that told us Augusta's journey from being a nobody to the effort of Septimons. But even with all that, even with the story being good, the writing being phenomenal, the problem was that it simply wasn't presented in a way that's made it memorable. And
yeah, the Augusta backstory was decent, but like it was kind of boring.
Really, an anime could change that completely. I mean, we could take stories like Augusta's, flesh them out, and present them in a way that leaves a lasting impact. And the possibilities don't just stop with characters. I mean, the anime itself could also...
Bro, they could literally do a mini series on like what happened to Yuno after she came back from being forgotten, bro.
Become the perfect,
like how she, like, I don't know, a mini episode about her and Augusta, like, I don't know, like getting back into daily life.
We're exploring the incredible lore of Wooden Waves itself. We could explore the hair civilization,
what Shorekeeper was up to while Rover was gone for 20 fucking years,
the technologically advanced civilization that created both Tethys and Shorekeeper. We could dive deeper into the Fraxidus, the Grand Architects, the Court of Savante.
Why is Cristoforo a freak?
I mean, there's an almost...
What happened to him? What happened to her? Well, we know what happened to her. Her family died.
List. So many fascinating pieces of Wooden Waves history that the game simply doesn't have enough time to fully explore. And
he raises some great points. And I think the main thing that this shows is that there's a lot more than that initial cast for this animated series to go, right? But we also have to keep in mind, what are the stories that are going to actually be told in-game and what's going to be told in the animated series? And then I think the sooner we can understand and sort of like delineate, right, between those two categories, well, the better predictions we can make. So that's why I feel like this first iteration over here, the sooner it comes out, the better. Because I think this is the thing. If this comes out before Genshin Impact's anime, it's going to do a lot of damage to Genshin. And of course, give Wuwa a lot of headspace. Because it's going to obviously, right, call into question, what the fuck is Hoyoverse doing? What's wrong with them at a baseline? But then also do this. Man, Kuro works fast, and they keep some good promises.
The anime would be the perfect space to do exactly that. And really, the exact same thing applies to Genshin Impact. A game that arguably has even more untapped lore, the Archon War, the Canary Cataclysm, Durin, and the true story behind the dragon that terrorized Mondstadt, the Rise of Guroba, the reign of King Deshret. I mean, these are simply just a few stories that deserve entire seasons on their own. And to me, those are far more compelling and even far more valuable than simply retelling the stories we've already played through.
They ain't doing that shit. The fuck? They too lazy for that shit. Hey, go enjoy your fucking spaceships and dragons, bro.
Because if they're written well, and we consider just how rich the lore of both games already is, we might not just see Genshin Impact and Wooden Waves continue dominating in the gacha space, no. We could also very well see them become genuine forces within the anime industry as well, but that
I truly think it all just hinges on how fast is Kuro getting out this first iteration, and how good is this first iteration going to be? Because I have high expectations for what's going to be going on moving forward. Because I don't know why Kuro would decide to do this, release a trailer about this in this time if it wasn't ready yet. They know firsthand how much negative PR Genshin is getting from their inability to actually integrate these things properly, right? And so them being the company that they are, I think they plan on doing the exact opposite. But yeah, I really do think that this is like a good framework to think about heading forward for the anime series. And hopefully it gets you guys excited as well. Great video by Nigerian Perspective over here. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one. Peace. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, that's that one. That's that one. Okay. 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 I don't really know what I'm up to right now. I mean, we kind of did more than enough work today. I heard Fobmaster lost his 2575. Is that true? Did Fobmaster lose his 2575 at Silver Palace? Is that a factual thing that happened? I saw it in Glue. Oh, no. Bro, I don't think anyone's gonna win. It's a low chance, bro. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna be getting the character before 100. Like, you guys, you have a 25% chance on it. It's really bad. It's really bad. I can get a clip? Yeah, let me see it. He likes those odds? Guys, please just show me the polling session to somebody. I might be able to make a video on somebody's polling session. Are you going to play the beta? No, I'm not. Nah, I'm not playing the Silver Palace beta. I'm just watching people play it. I don't have the time or the want to grind up 100 polls in that game. I'm good. I'm not grinding up 100 polls in a fucking beta to go make a video. I'm just gonna watch somebody else grind up 100 polls. They go make a video about their polls. I'd rather just do that instead, bro. Hey, let someone else grind that shit out for me. I don't want to. I don't feel like it. Work smarter, not harder, bro. Work smarter, not harder. I've got too much woo-wah shit I need to go worry about, bro. I have way too much shit to worry about. Pokey got it in his first tadpole. Dude, I forgot to mention this, but re-rolling is actually impossible in the game as well. Bro, you have a 50% less chance on re-rolls. So many hashtag ads for the Silver Palace beta, and that's the unfortunate part, guys. A lot of people are going to be sponsored by it, so you're not going to see any mention about 75-25s or 25-75s. Bro, why is she... What the fuck is that bitch doing? All right, let's see what's going on in Silver Palace, bro. Let's see what's happening over here. All right, so we got Fobmaster in the category. Oh, Vidal. Isn't that the AI bitch? All right, so that's there, too. What's going on here? All right, so we got Fobmaster over here. Wait, is that it? Why is that guy playing Power World? Fob loses here. All right, let's see it. 3 hours ago. 2 hours, 37 minutes, 12 seconds.
Wound over 3 minutes. Answer.
Okay, can these bitches tell me? 2 hours, 37 minutes, and then 12 seconds? Wait.
I was about to say, there's no way I don't get her. Please. Give me the big, thick bunny girl, please.
apologies, Detective. I'd quite like to pay them for you if you'd just stay with me and play.
What poll? How many polls was he at? Yeah, 2575 is a bit rough, bro. Yeah, 2575 is a bit rough, bro. I'ma just be honest here. Like, let's just be realistic, guys. This gacha system is, I think it's the worst one yet. I truly do think this is like the worst one we've seen yet. How are they comfortable launching like this? Why is the ratio? I don't know. Like, bro, people were out here calling the 50-50 God's, like, the biggest sin in God's great earth, and then they decided to do something worse than a 50-50. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. All right. So now it's time for y'all. Now it's time for y'all to get situated with this, boys. Are you ready for what I've got prepared? Are you ready for what I got prepared? So I've been trying some variety gaming a little bit, right? And I was like thinking, man, I said I was going to play this game and I like never really had the time for it. So like, what if I actually just like played a little bit of the game? Right? Like I said I was going to, never got around to it. And I was like, you know what? I remember I liked playing this game. Like I had fun with it. So like, yeah, why don't we see what we could do here? The fuck was that? Bro, why does Steve do that? Fucking aliens and shit, bro. Fucking aliens and shit. All right, give me a second. Give me a second to set some stuff up. Yeah, give me a second to set some stuff up real fast. ZZZ on Steam? Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm up to. All right, I gotta go find out how to get like window mode up in this bitch and like some other stuff. Resolution, screen mode, borderless. Wait a second, shouldn't that be working then? Bro, I can't drag my mouse out of this shit. Like, I don't want to be like alt-tabbing and stuff. Oh, that's so fucking annoying, bro. Oh, sometimes this shit is like so annoying, bro. Like, I don't want to be like out here alt-tabbing and stuff. Hey, it is what it is, though. All right. Just alt-enter. All right. Give me a second. Wait, I need to, like, change my name real fast. Yeah, I need to change my name real fast. There's too much profanity on the screen. Yeah, there's too much profanity on the screen. Wait, give me a second. Co-op settings. Communication. All right, and then edit profile. Please do not use language that is harmful to players. All right. Awesome. All right. Confirm. All right. All right. I think we're good. All right, I think we're good, boys. Get ready for this. We're in Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. And I am here. I am here, guys. So yeah, this is my main. This is my main. This is the guy that I play all the time. So I guess we just do the roguelike mode right now. I'm trying to like progress through the story and I don't really know what to do. So I think we're just gonna go with this. Do a little bit of that and kind of like go from there. All level 100? Yeah, no. These are all my other characters are really low. Oh shit, I fucked up. Oh, bro, the auto target. The lock is like annoying. But yeah, these guys are tanky, bro. But yeah, this guy got the timing attacks. It's too much fun to play him, bro. Bro, this guy is too much fun to play. I don't play anybody else. It's too hard. It's too hard. Zeta 2, I don't even have her unlocked yet. Oh, my favorite part is doing this. Oh shit. My favorite part is doing like this shit. Where you like cancel your dodges. Like you do that. Oh, and the double execution too? Yeah, no, that feels sick, bro. That's why I like him. Because you can do stuff like that. It's fucking sick, bro. Is this not like the most baller character in the game? I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just telling you. Yeah, I'm a big Siegfried advertiser. And bro just has hyper armor on every hit. He doesn't get stunned by anything. Why am I locking onto that guy? Bro, kill this thing! What the fuck? Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Oh, well, we hit him. No, he ran into it. It's fine. Oh boy. Oh, I forgot I could do this too. Yeah, this is the new thing they added in. This thing's just overpowered. It just fucking destroys this thing. Yeah, no, I could have just done that. I don't know why these things do so much damage, bro. It's like, it's kind of unbalanced how strong they are compared to your character. You just go in, spam like a button, and they're all dead. What game is this? Relink. Basically, it's one of the games with like the best combat systems ever. Ah, shit. Dude, sometimes the lock-on though is like pissing me off. Bro, please lock onto this guy. Holy shit. Okay. Dude, this is getting crazy. Like, that's why I don't like some of the lock-on. I just want to focus down the boss and let my teammates like do the rest of the other guys. Oh, he's crushing me though. Why do you switch? Stop! Do you guys know how I can stop that? Bro, I'm locked on and then he moves and then my attack is flying in a different direction. You've seen it like 30 times. This doesn't look like it's supposed to work like this. What? Bro, I'm about to unlock right here. Alright, we're just gonna fucking kill this guy. Just get out of here, bro. Just die, you bitch. Oh, here we go. All right, we're comboing him. This guy is tanky as shit. It's hard to land my combos when that's on the screen. It's really hard. Alright, that got his ass. Bro, that guy's a beefcake. Why is he so tanky? He's only like the third dude. Why is he so tanky? I didn't kill any of these guys. Bro, I don't think I do enough damage. I think I need to like adjust my build or something. I am not doing close to enough damage, man. Okay. Yeah, let's get all this crit rate stuff, even though I know that's not really gonna do anything. Is this game fun? I think this game has one of the best combat systems that has just aged really well. Because every character feels like very good. What the hell? Oh shit, oh shit. I think you can do that shit in the air too. Feels like the next boss is gonna take forever. I feel like my units are like giga under leveled, but like you don't really need to like deal a shit ton of damage to kill stuff in this game. As long as you know how to like combo and stuff, and like use your SVAs, I think you're like fine. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we did pretty good there. Attack minus 40%. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's just get nerfed, bro. My main is only at 32k. Oh, I gotta choose two. Dude, I fucking hate these minigame ones, bro. I'm so bad at these, dude. I, like, legit failed them. If this is the... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm fucked. Bro, what in, bro? I don't like this shit. Bro, please. Please stop. Bro, come back, please. Please, bro. I feel like this is like that one movie, 1984, where, like, the guy's walking and there's, like, bombs blowing up everywhere. Bro, oh, I gotta jump too. Oh, fuck! Oh, no. I think we lost it, boys. That's all I need. I need one hit, bro. What the fuck? Dude, why is that so hard? Dude, that's like not even, that's too hard. Do you know what I mean? Wait. Okay, I can still do it. Alright, that was actually kill the guys. Bro, I'm trying to lunge, not perfect execute. Oh my god. Oh dear, I can't gap close, bro, because it keeps... I'm trying to do this. Look at them. Need gap close skills? Well, he's got a built-in one. This is his gap close built in. Like, it's good, right? But wait, if it's during link time, he can't use it. Bro, I actually don't like when there's this many, like, small mobs. Bro, this is taking way too long. These guys don't do any damage, and we don't do any damage to them. Bro, I got 2 link times? No! Bro, there's another wave? Holy shit, dude! I'm not gonna lie. Maybe this needs to be, maybe Cycle 3 needs to be toned down, bro. Maybe this is a little bit too strong. Like, maybe if I'm in the middle of progressing, bro, they don't need to have this much HP, man. Bro, I'm about to SBA some ads. Bro, they got so much HP, I'm about to SBA some ads, bro. What am I doing with my life? As we head into our 3rd link time. This has been the tankiest one so far. What the hell? Bro, we're like out here bringing out the A-team. We're out here bringing out the A-team for mobs. Bro, Bahamut is about to launch. Bro, look what he's about to do. Bro, you serious? This is like Exo Strider on 1 cost energy. Bro, that's the longest I've taken on a stage. Oh, wait, we had the 40% defense reduction. That's why. Oh, that's why. It's the -40. We had the debuff. We weren't fucking doing shit. Okay, all right. We're about to fucking destroy this thing now. Hey, let's do it. All right, let me start it off. Let me start with the fight very simple. Call in somebody else to do the job for me. All right, I'm a pussy. Let's do this. Yeah, no, he's gonna do all the work for me. Yeah, I'm already like 25% of its HP gone. That's pretty good. Oh, if only those attacks were hitting. Oh, okay, that's not good. All right, that was not really what I expected there, especially when the dragon's hitbox is like that big, bro. Oh, okay. Oh, we're already in link time? All right, so he's dead. Oh my, bro, this is like a 180 compared to the last time. Okay. Okay, all right, buddy. Oh, that was cinematic right there, brother. Oh, now that shit was cinematic right there. Did you know you could do that many cancels in between your attacks? Bro, this is the shit I'm fucking doing right out here. I think you can cancel this one too. Yeah, you can cancel that one there too. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's that good shit right there. That's that good shit right there. This guy's kit looks boring. Are you on crack cocaine? This guy's kit looks boring. Bro, go play Lancelot. Bro, I know you main Lancelot. Shut the fuck up. Bro, you already know that guy mains Lancelot. You already know. Bro just freezes them and then sits there and presses the A button. Release a blast. Template burst critical damage. Yeah, let's get some stun power. That shit is strong. All right. Nah, he's just bad. Those characters are really good. What are you guys talking about? This character's fucking broken. He was underpowered on release. I'm pretty sure he's broken now. Vasaraga got bumped? Oh, I know Vasaraga was some ass too. Yeah, no, Vasaraga was really bad. Oh, like he was... I have him level 100 as well. There's a reason why he wasn't in the team. Whoa, why am I dead? Whoa, 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 whoa. Bro! That's actually the first time I have like died in this roguelike mode before. Alright, how about this? Let's get SBA out. Okay, we got him. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Against a foe with paralysis. All right, we'll just get this. We're almost done with this. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like it takes so long to do this roguelike mode. It's basically a gacha at this point, bro. This is like some simulated universe shit. Oh my fucking god, bro. He brought an entire army. All right. Ah, shit. Oh, I'm getting my ass ate. What the hell is this? Bro, help me. Where's my fucking team? Bro, where are they? Help me. Bro, what are they doing? Bro, I'm about to fucking ult these guys. Fuck these dudes. Oh, yeah, you didn't see that shit coming, did you, cocksuckers? Oh, now they're coming. Okay, all right. Okay, now they're helping out. Fucking useless assholes, bro. Oh, we are fucking up those ass, though. We are kind of... That was really good. Oh, no, that was actually perfect. No, that was a huge play, actually. No, I solo carried that one. Dude, they weren't doing anything. Bro, what was my team doing, bro? I'ma just be so for real with you. What were they doing? What were they doing, bro? All right, what do we got here? Onslaught, damage cap. The one thing that I find like annoying about this game is damage cap. I don't like it. I don't even know why damage cap exists. I'm being so for real with you. Why does that shit exist in this game? Oh, bro, I got fucking sent, man. Okay, all right. Yo, you're not supposed to move that fast. You are way too big to be moving that fast. Breaking caps is nice. Well, my take is, why are there even damage caps? Like, I've never heard of a game with a damage cap before. How am I still attacking this guy? Like, this is what I mean. Is this legal that I'm still hitting him here? Ooh, that was juicy. I'm too far for that. Bitrate is terrible. I'm trying my best, bro. Unfortunately, this game kind of takes up a lot of, it does take up a fair number of resources. Okay, nice. That's pretty good timing. Yeah, we're blocking him from entering his mode. Is that gonna get him? All right, you know what? Hey, where's my summons? Oh, I can't use them here? Okay, that was a good finish right there, though. I think that's it. I think that's one fucking roguelike run, bro. That is just one run. It takes a while, bro. But I mean, it's just a bunch of fights. It's pretty decent. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm giga underleveled for that shit. So it's supposed to take me way less time, but yeah, now I can choose all of this stuff. So they basically just give you a bunch of things to just like level up your stuff. So I think I'm trying to get like executioners things. Or was it Stinger? No, I think it was executioners. Yeah, I'm trying to get like some weapons to like some mass like ascent stuff. So this is what you do instead of farming. Yeah, that's what you do instead of farming. You don't do like the missions, you just do that. But yeah, that's how they decided to change the progression. And honestly, it feels more like a live service gacha game after the Ragnarok update, which I guess is good. You are giga underleveled indeed. Oh, well, that just goes to show I'm a true fucking gamer. I'm just that good, bro. Yeah, no, I'm just hella good. I'm just hella good, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Should take like 5 minutes. That took me like a fucking hour, bro. That took me like a fucking hour. But like, yeah, bro, my stuff like isn't even that good. I think my actual runes are pretty decent. Like, they could definitely be better, right? But I got like, I got a shit ton of like damage cap and stun power ones, so that's cool. I got like Fate Breaker with damage cap too. So like, that's pretty decent. But yeah, I think I just need to, like, bro, this is the shit I'm using, bro. It's a fucking, bro, this thing has 2 transcendences and it's the Sting. Bro, it's this weapon with 2 transcendences. That's what I was using. I feel like that's dog shit. I feel like that's dog shit. Have you played Sandalphon? Bro, do you want to see how many characters I have? Bro, I don't even have all of them yet. Like, bro, I still need to get Charlotte. I still need to get fucking Gandagoza. I still gotta get Narmaya, Vayne, Zeta, Beatrix, Eustace, Sofa, Twayan, and Frau. Or I need to get all these guys, bro. Bro, I need to get all these people. And you know what my fucking mastery's at, bro? Bro, I'm at level 10, man. I'm fucked. I can't even go any higher, bro. I'm stuck here, bro. I'm at level 10. I don't do any damage. I don't do any fucking damage. How am I supposed to deal with this shit, man? Bullshit. So yeah, the progression is just a little bit slow, but that's that. All right. But yeah, no, that is going to be Grand Blue Fantasy, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to play that a little bit, but that's what we're looking like over here. All right, how the fuck do I exit this, bro? Like, bro, get me out. All right, cool. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get ourselves. I'm gonna just raid Razor. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. But that was our fun little gameplay bit. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna be playing that shit on the side because it's like a fun little game to play. But yeah, got back into it last night. Got back into that shit last night. All right, bye guys.